to prove it, I'm ready to do it, I can't be afraid now. Put me on the stage now, I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. Ready to do this.
The Baltimore Rare Breed look to get their first victory in team history, while the New Jersey Hawks look to stay undefeated for the first time in what may feel like a lifetime for the perennial playoff contender. You are looking live at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey for the A7FL Games of the Week, live right here across the United States on Stadium with WatchStadium.com. And these two handsome men are not myths. They are not legends. Well, you're a legend. It's A7FL like legend, Big Rob Fabian. I'm Matt Ryan. I am the professional sports yeller in charge of bringing you the ins and outs of the broadcast. And Rob, you're going to break down what it means to be a player in the A7FL.
100%.
And for people watching for the first time on Stadium or watching maybe for the 8 millionth time across the A7FL, what does it mean to be a player in the A7FL?
It means you wake up every Monday morning wishing you did not play on Sunday. It's one of the most physically daunting, taxing things you could possibly do on a Sunday. It's just with no helmets, no pads, that fear of concussion, injuries, it's gone. So you're going out there and you're giving your all, and every muscle in your body hurts on Monday morning. Like you just
heavily
like
invested in Epsom salts.
Oh yeah,
Epsom
Epsom
salts.
Foot baths, ice baths, everything, man, everything. Aspirins, Tylenol.
You need a partner with a gentle touch.
Very gentle touch.
And a nice
little massage.
They need to care about you. And talking about caring, we got to care about this matchup here today.
Yeah.
It's easy to care about this one because the Old Bridge Hawks walking into today, when we talked about it a little earlier in the broadcast before some technical difficulties came in and kicked us in the shins, this Hawks team has powerhouses behind the running back, and we see the coin toss. It is a little cold outside today in Asbury Park.
Weather.
It is. No, I was about to say
these guys
it's
will be
football weather. Last week in Baltimore, the Hawks will defer. They win the toss, but they will defer for this Baltimore Rare Breed team. Last week they were at home. First time in front of a national audience at home, and they fell short to the Trenton BIC. Today for the Hawks, what's the key to keep them undefeated and keep the Rare Breed at 0-2?
That is going to be a tall order. The Rare Breed is a very stacked Baltimore team. These guys are former champions, former important pieces to other teams. I know one of the problems they had was a quarterback by committee last week, but I don't think they'll have that issue this week. If they could figure that out, they'll really be able to shake things up against this Hawks team. This Hawks team, this is their first test. Last week was not a test.
And John Laura will be doing the throw-off for the Hawks as we bring you live. And you take a look at those Rare Breed uniforms.
I like them.
I like that Carolina blue fading into the white.
I like them.
That's the style of the A7FL this year. The Hawks in their white uniforms with light green shoulders and some silver and black numbers and letters, black piping. And John Laura will be throwing this one off, and it will begin here live from Asbury Park. A bit of a bouncer, but it's a legal ball.
Ooh,
free ball up.
Okay,
big opportunity, put a big tackle.
That's big. Who's the return man? Pack?
I believe that was Marcellus Pack, number 9.
Listen,
anytime
you stop Pack, that's a good play.
Yeah, anytime
that's a great play.
One of the best 3-on-1 defenders in the A7FL is Marcellus Pack Money Pack. We saw him get stifled last week by the BIC.
Right.
And you see the wind kicking up here in Asbury Park. The weather for the opening week of the A7FL, the last 2 seasons, have been some of the coldest and windiest days I have ever dealt with in 15 years of broadcasting.
That's how the seasons always start. You never get sunshine. It's always like the worst weather on the planet. Look at Mikey McGee.
And we see the big angry Cedric Goodrich. Some big players here, a 3-man front. You see Big Angry just getting adjusted right in there. And it will be 1st and 10.
OG Buck at the quarterback.
And no committee here. The slant off the hands. And it will be 2nd and 10. Big Angry, we saw him break the internet last week with an emphatic tackle. It'll be 2nd and 10 here. Clock running, 14-18 left to go here in the first quarter. Talking about defense, you talk about Big Angry, Big Rob.
Yeah, I'm seeing Big Angry is surrounded by a lot of talent. Right now I'm seeing Tippett behind him, Cedric next to him, trying to make out, and that's Mikey McGee next. Like, if they could apply that pressure and get him opened up, Big Angry could do a lot of damage to teams.
2nd and 10, the handoff,
look,
trying to create an opportunity, big rush, and it will be a gain of 8.
He doesn't slow it down, that's another 6 yards.
Yeah. And a big stymie there, but it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and short, very short for this rare breed running game. We saw Omari Thomas show up and show out last week, scoring the first touchdown in rare breed history, finding the seam.
They got to keep that block, man. They got to hold that block. Get him a few more yards with that. The rare breeds front 3 are very tough. I seen what they did against BIC. First drive, first series that they scored on BIC, first series. That was impressive. But that's because those boys were playing big boy football. They have to do that here in order to do anything.
And you know we love some thick boy football here in the A7FL.
Ball
thrown deep, go out of him, and a little bit of an emphasis by the defender.
Oof.
All's fair in love and war, and after the ball goes out of bounds. And it will be 4th down, 4th and 2 for Baltimore. As we said, scored in their first series last week against a very tough BIC defense. But
the Hawks are not a pushover,
no.
and I think people are going to learn that today. Regardless of what the score is at the end of this game, people will respect the Hawks after today.
I have had plenty of conversation with A7FL President Ryan DePaul about that. The commissioner of the league, Commissioner Ryan DePaul. He's always been talking about the Hawks being one player away, and it could be Corey Hammond, it could be Gerald Llewellyn. They're winning the first game of the season.
They look good. They really do look good.
4th and 2, 12:04 remaining. After the snap, an opportunity.
Angry with the pressure.
Pop fly, caught on it.
OG Buck, man.
Could be, should be, keeps the ball alive, and it'll be first down.
Listen, OG Buck was one of my favorite Baltimore quarterbacks from last year, and he's doing it again. He's patient in the pocket. He waits for it. He doesn't rush things, and he can get the ball down there, as you can see.
Rakeem Chaney to James Garrett, a.k.a. Big Speedy, living up to his nickname on that one. We look again on the replay.
Look at the patience. Look at him. Letting it develop. Damn, rush anything. Good job, Buck.
Right into the hip pocket of Speedy. Right.
Speedy, great catch.
And Rob, talk about the New Jersey-Baltimore rivalry after this play. It'll be 1st and 10, and just how it runs through the DNA, the genetic fabric of the A7FL. The snap cuts through on the run, an opportunity, and the play will be called dead on the incompletion.
The rivalry started because, honestly, it started because New Jersey was the first to do it, and Baltimore has their own history, which New Jersey did not respect whatsoever. Like, we did not. Baltimore told them, oh, yeah, we did this. You know, whatever the league used to be called, they called it everything else. They had different rules. We just didn't respect it when they came, and then when they showed up, we beat their best teams, and it was like that until they won a championship.
In 2018.
And once they won that championship, everyone had to, reset a little bit and like, hey, these guys are serious. They really do this like we do. So.
And with $50,000 on the line this season in prize money, you got to know that these boys are about to show up and show out. Take a look at number 11 coming off the edge. The handoff. Okay. And that big move in there.
They're trying to get Pack involved early. I see it. I said, he's dangerous.
Flag on the play. It'll be 2nd down, depending on who the flag is. And this could be a drive killer.
It definitely could. Offsides do wow.
But it'll be offsides on the defense.
That's going to hurt.
Thanks to our team, our intrepid group of people on the other side of the proverbial glass. It'll be 1st and 5 after the penalties accepted inside the 15-yard line. Ball placed at the 11. They just have to get to the 6. 9:42. That'll be 2nd and 5. Goal line within sight. The Baltimore rare breed looking to do what they did last week. In motion. The snap. Handoff. Pack money.
dangerous play. Listen.
Gets the first down, trying to get some more momentum. 3 Hawks holding on to him. At one point, it looked like they were doing ice dancing. It looked like something from the Beijing Olympics.
Big boy football up there in those trenches. I'm telling you, these rare breed guys are not playing. They are a nice mix of a bunch of talented guys from multiple teams in Baltimore. And right now, they look like the #1 Baltimore team to me.
Well, the Gators falling short. The rare breed, the hit squad getting a win today over the DC Buzz. That spot, the best team in Maryland, in the Nova area, in that DC Metroplex area, is wide open. But when I have the important question here for big boy football, for trademark purposes, with a Y or with an I?
I like Y. I like Y.
3rd and goal. No need to ask why here. The play action off the hand.
Oh, he gotta catch that.
That intended for number 34, Marquis Williams, the humble beast. More humble now as it'll be 4th and goal.
And again, OG Buck with a great play call, great patience, nice ball thrown, and just couldn't get it. Just couldn't grab it.
Timing is everything here in the A7FL. Pardon me, it'd be 4th and 1, not 4th and goal. And just 18 seconds of daylight.
Right.
That's all they need right now is 18
That's
seconds
it.
of daylight.
And I'm looking for them to play big boy ball right here. It's 1 yard. You contain Big Angry. You can move it at 1 or 2
But they have
yards.
5 in the box, one of them being Khalil Green, Mamba Stacks. In motion, pack money,
Pick your poison.
kicked
There it
inside,
is. There it is.
touchdown, Baltimore rare breed.
Those boys.
A big Maury party here for him, and they put it up on the board first after the touchdown. 6-0, and shout out to Olive at home, who's very proud. And shout out to the families everywhere. And that one, a big one by Omari Thomas.
That penalty was definitely a drive killer, like you said, but it was killing their drive.
We'll take a look at how we got into the end zone in a moment. And the Hawks just trying to figure out, not trying to assign blame, just trying to figure out how to tighten up.
Right.
You know, in the huddle, sometimes I speak from experience as a, veteran of the 2K and Madden world. Within there, when you're inside the huddle, sometimes you're looking for someone to blame.
To blame, right.
And that right there, I don't think that's what they had, but they're going to go for 1 here. And the 2-point, the conversions here in the A7FL, they're different. You have the choice between 1 point and 2 point. No gimmies, no kicking here in the A7FL. The snap. OG Buck with a little bit of time. Wobbler caught, brought down, no. A sea of blue and white leading to just 6 on the scoreboard. We're going to take a brief time out here. Can the Hawks respond, or will this be a rare day for the rare breed? We'll find out in just a few moments' time. Your score, Baltimore 6, Old Bridge nothing. This is the A7FL on Stadium. We're back live from Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey, alongside Big Rob Fabian. I'm Matt Ryan, and we're getting ready for OG Buck to throw this one off. And we want you to be a part of the conversation. Be sure to follow us on social media. Bringing the ball back now will be number 8 for the Hawks, and here comes an opportunity for them to get on the board. Cuts through one defender, but tripped up and brought down. It'll be first down. On to 3-on-1s. What's the big? Because Rob, you've been on your fair share of 3-on-1s. What's the most effective strategy to stop your returner from getting any big yards?
Contain, and have one guy attack. Force him to one of the sides, and make sure you make that sure, not reaching tackle, but make sure you get him. Make sure you grab him.
And it will be 1st and 10. 7:34 left to go in the first quarter. Mike Liberty will get the ball, cuts to the outside, flag on the play, and it looks like it might be a holding or offsides call. We'll figure that one out in a second. The referees here in the A7 only throw the yellow hankies if they want to and if they need to. They let the game speak for itself here in the A7FL, and that is one of the great things about it. And Liberty last week, it'll be a false start on the offense. 1st and 15 here with 7 minutes left to go. Not a great start for the Hawks there.
No, not at all. But, I mean, again, they can bounce back from that. We just got to see if their offensive line can beat this defensive line. Beefy's right there looking ready to go.
That big man Beefy on the other side of the defensive line. It'll be 1st and 15. Newman set up to the right of Llewellyn. The toss to Liberty, trying to find a lane. Liberty powering through, but will be stifled, and it will be. And right now he's about to get hit. He almost got AJ Styles in front of God and everybody, and it will be 2nd and a lot.
That's Wolverine with the pickup. That is a vicious tackler. I don't know if you guys seen his work.
We saw last week on the Games of the Week, and you saw it earlier today. Right there, Ricardo Freeman. Take a look, coming in off the edge.
Look at
That's
that
just sliding in. Gets
Shedding
Llewellyn.
blockers.
Hit Llewellyn with a back elbow to push him off, a little bit of a stiff arm. And this man right here, the Wolverine, picking him up and just carrying him around, taking the child away, leaving the birthday party. The child, the set off the screen. Big opportunity here for the Hawks, trying to get something going on 2nd down, and nothing moving.
That's a lot of pressure on that front four, a lot, and I don't think the offensive line is moving quick enough to actually contain these guys. These guys are amped.
They are ready to go. They are looking to prove a lot of people in this league wrong. They're looking to show out for their hometown.
But they have to play 4 quarters of complete football.
And Llewellyn behind center, getting the start today over Corey Hammond, our broadcast colleague, who you heard earlier in the afternoon during our first game between the Gators and the Patterson U. Gerald Llewellyn had over 200 yards rushing last week for a quarterback. And cha-cha real smooth. He was playing red light, green light, 1, 2, 3 in real life and got caught.
Should be a quick one.
And it'll be 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Liberty looking to be the play caller here. You've played against Mike Liberty, former Sayreville Bomber.
I've played against Mike. Mike's exciting. Mike's exciting. He's young. He's explosive. You know, he talks a lot, which sometimes gets him in trouble. But again, that's part of the game. That's part of the game.
You got to be willing to bring the smoke and take the smoke in the A7FL.
And he's one of those guys that can bring it and take it.
Newman, the tight end, set up on the far left side. Shout out to him and his family. Dealing with a recent personal tragedy, still bringing it on the field. Nothing but love to him and his wife. The handoff to Liberty. Cutting up field, gets a 1st down! Eating a hard tackle there. Blocker charge on that one.
Now they really want to stay on the ground. I'm actually surprised.
The running game is what gets them moving. Mike Liberty on the run there. Take a look here on the toss.
Big. Look at that. Good blocking. Mike's just making great reads, cutting right through the. That's a great read. Good blocking by Big Angry.
Just that inside seam there, a little bit of jersey wrangling.
Let them boys play. We ain't see it. If the ref ain't see it, we ain't see it.
And it will be 1st and 10. 2 wide receivers set. Liberty in the bottom of your screen. Top flight player, one of the most with highest potential, and this one had a potential to break down. Go ahead and give it to you. Break down into a 1st down, and Gerald Llewellyn utilizing his legs there, going with the old Madden 04, getting the 1st down.
Llewellyn, a former running back in his heyday, so I'm not surprised that he can get the yards off the run at all.
And in the A7FL, you need to be a multi-purpose player.
1,000%.
You cannot, you see very different specialists here. Llewellyn dropping the mouthpiece, resetting, saying, I don't mind a little dirt in my mouth, cutting through and finding the lane.
Good block by Newman. Again, he's a tough guy. Tough quarterbacks win championships in this league.
And a false start possibly on Big Angry, or possibly number 72. Not what you want to see from the Hawks here. You don't want to walk into a game and set yourself up for potential calamity if you can help it, and it will be a replay. It'll be replay of 1st down. It'll be 1st and 15 after the penalty. Right now, the Hawks driving and thriving, trying to make something happen, but in trouble with 2:18 and counting left to go after the penalty. 1st and 15 on the wrong side of the tracks, the wrong part of town. They do not want to give up the ball here, especially after being down 6-0 after Amari Thomas lit the lamp. Oh, and almost a fumble from Liberty. Gets it back into his pocket, drives up through, and there's the explosiveness of Mike Liberty.
That kid is a playmaker through and through. Through and through. That's a terrible Terrible exchange. He still manages to maintain the hold and to get positive yards from it. You can't ask for a better player than that.
And a flag on the play. This one might be walked back. We see in the handoff here, and there's a hold. That might be the call by Big Angry. And then we see the chase and the pursue by number 2. That's Anthony Diaz.
Big Angry's better than that. He's definitely better than that. He can make that step to seal that block. I've seen him do it 1,000 times.
Maybe he's just jealous of the jersey and wants it for himself. That is a possibility.
Maybe.
I've seen that happen. And with 1:11 left to go.
Maybe that front four is a lot better than they anticipated.
And we see the move of 10 yards in real time. It'll be 1st and 25. Clock still running. 1 minute, now under 1 minute left to go. This is not where the Hawks want to be, finding themselves in trouble with the flags. Llewellyn throws a bomb intended for Liberty, but that one will go onto the track here at the stadium. A little bit of smack talk and a little bit of love. He does have tussleable hair. Speaking of someone with tussleable hair, I can say real recognize real, Rob, and it'll be 2nd and 25.
Tussleable hair.
It'll be 3rd and 25, pardon me. Not where you want to be right now.
Now they're going to be forced to throw the ball, and if that's not...
Does Corey Hammond check in here?
I mean, if he does, you know what's coming, so it kind of...
But Khalil Green and you have Liberty out there on the field, so you can create a bit of confusion if you do have Corey Hammond coming into the huddle, but I do believe they will stick with their initial setup here and keep Llewellyn in. And this will be the last play of the quarter. Nope, no, that will be the end of the quarter. Did not able to get it in time. So at the end of 1, the Baltimore Rare Breed get the ball first, and they strike first. Will that be a rarity? We'll find out on the other side of this one. It's the Rare Breed 6, the Hawks nothing. This is the A7FL on Stadium. It's the start of the 2nd quarter here, and the A7FL live on Stadium. The New Jersey Hawks down 6-0 against the Baltimore Rare Breed. The snap, and here we go. Llewellyn in trouble. Throws this one into the corner.
That's a catch.
A catch and a half by Khalil Mamba Stacks Green on 2nd and 25. And another hanky thrown. And it's not been a great day so far for the officials. They're getting their reps in. They're getting their throws in here.
That's a lot of flags. That's a lot of flags.
We'll take a look at the replay, and that looks like it was on the Hawks, and it might have been on Big Angry.
I was just looking at Big Angry right now. Is it another holding call?
Bobby Newman saying, what are you talking about, with a little more colorful language, the throw, and a hold on the offense.
Big Angry has to keep those hands open, man. As a former lineman in this league, I know how it looks. When you have those closed fists, no matter what you do, those closed fists can get you those holding calls. He has to keep those hands open and keep those feet moving. That's lazy play by Big Angry, if I'm being honest.
3rd and 35, I believe. The ball will be placed on what could be the 35-yard line. No, it's inside the 35, pardon me. They will move back to the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd and infinity.
Now they have to play from this.
It is a mission on this one. Someone's gonna. This is a mythical quest right now. The Hawks are gonna have to go on to make sure that they stay in the running here, going stride for stride against the Rare Breed, who struck first here on a run from Big Mari Thomas.
Again, the Rare Breed started this hot last week, so again, 4 quarters of full football. We still got to see it. Still have to see it. They had BIC down 6-zip. First quarter, 2nd quarter, and then things changed. So let's see if the Hawks can do the same thing.
3 wide receivers set, 1 man in the backfield. The snap. Llewellyn in trouble and brought down like a Grecian economy, and it will be 4th down.
That pressure's ridiculous. That pressure's ridiculous. Wolverine is tapping the middleman out and literally having him step back and just going in full speed for the. Look how he taps him out. And Bobby Newman doesn't even know who to block at this point.
Yeah, there's just a breakdown in communication and a breakdown on defense. 3 players who are completely just they're like sharks in the water. They smell blood.
And if that front four maintains this consistency and this fire through all 4 quarters, the Hawks are going to have a problem on their hands.
4th and never land, and it will be thrown up by John Lauro.
It really says 4th and never land.
Oh, they'll never land know the first down marker on this drive after some costly penalties. And that one bounces. It's a live ball. Live ball in a world of trouble in the rare breed. But
that was a great trip tackle.
That brought back by -5.
Because believe it or not, breakdown plays like that on the 3 versus 1, believe it or not, can lead to a score.
We've seen it in these games, but we've seen it last season. And Janon Forrester, the returner, and the ball will be set at the 41-yard line, which was where the 41, the spot where the Hawks needed to go. And we'll see it here again on the replay. -5, Forrester just trying to get out of the block, stumbling, but a great setup there by the Hawks special teams to stifle the return. It'll be 1st and 10, 13-15 left to go in the second quarter. Live here on Stadium, the handoff, cutting up field, driving through, and we'll get close to the 50, inside the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd down.
The story of this game is starting to look like the O-line versus D-line right now. Whoever can get the better push, better pressure is who's going to win the play.
4 in the box. Cutting through, bouncing to the outside, trying to stay up, can't get to the first down, but we'll matriculate it a little closer, and we'll get stopped at the 50. You see where they spot it. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and about 2. Amari Thomas having a great game so far, running the ball, 1 touchdown, really finding a rhythm here for this rare breed offense.
And the Hawks calling in number 13, Olay, to help on that D-line. He is an A7 legend, if I'm being honest with you.
A name that has rung out many times in this league. Ole Bell becoming a member of this rare breed offense.
Hawks defense.
Hawks defense. It's been one of those days. 12:05 left to go.
Double tight.
3rd and about 4. Correction, 3rd and 1. Play action.
Patience.
In trouble.
Look at the patience.
Rolls out.
Goodness, Buck.
First down.
Buck. OG Buck. This is why he's my favorite Baltimore quarterback. Hands down. Do you see the patience? Look at him. He made 2 players bump into each other. Buck is amazing, man. That's my guy, man.
OG Buck making it happen. First down and then some. 11:29. Let's take a look again at the replay.
Take a look at Olay and Cedric. Smash. Excuse me, sir. Block. Out of the way. Out of the way. Bye, guys.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
I'm out of here listening. Great block up front, too. Come on, man. That's a poised quarterback.
That's someone who, in the heat of battle, knows exactly what to do. Raheem Chaney, the OG Buck, making it happen here. It'll be first. Ooh. And the penalty monster out again.
What are they calling that on?
It'll be on the offense, so it'll be 1st and 15. Big Angry was like, you better not be calling that on me. How dare you?
Just for penalty yards off of Big Angry alone. That'd have been nuts if that was on him.
10:40 left to go. Ole Bell on this line. This defense, like you got Cedric Goodrich there, you got Big Angry, some great players.
Honestly, yeah.
And they've not been able to stop the running game today from either OG Buck or from Omari Thomas, who lines up to the left of Buck, 1 wide receiver at the top of your screen. The snap, the lob, the throw, not the catch.
There it is.
But a flag on the play. Be wondering if that one's brought back or it will be 3rd down after the penalty. But right here with 10 minutes left to go in the half, this is where you want to be if you're the rare breed. You want to be deep in your opponent. You want to be in your opponent's territory.
This is where they play.
Inside 20 yards is not a bad place to be.
Not at all. Not for rare breed. With the size of that O-line, double tight. You're running double tight. Thomas in the back. OG with 1 receiver. Come on.
But loading up the box here. We see it inside. The ball bounces. Ball wanted to be on camera. Got mad it wasn't on camera, so it went into the ground. It controlled itself for a second. But 9:30 left to go here in the second quarter. A really hard-charged first half. It's been a give-and-take battle, and the Hawks,
a few mistakes are keeping them out of the game, quote unquote.
But that's what held them back, in my opinion, in 2021.
I agree.
Making those small mistakes, not trusting their offense, not able to create opportunities, and just slipping up, stepping on the rake, as I like to say.
Right.
And it will be 3rd and 15 as we are at 9 minutes left in the first half. And that'll be a timeout called. .8:55 left to go after the timeout. First charge timeout by the Hawks. And the Baltimore Rare Breed lead this one 6-0. And right now, if you're the New Jersey Hawks, you're feeling pretty good. You might have your back against the end zone, but you have a chance here to get a big stop.
And I mean, with the way their defense is set up and who they have on the field, they should be getting these stops. It's just I'm starting to think that the offensive line of Rare Breed might be just a bit too much.
It might be, but we'll see here. With 8:55 after the timeout called by the Hawks. Smart move, you think, calling that timeout now?
I mean, what are you really trying to do?
I think burn clock. You stop the clock here. Just try to stop the momentum.
It's going to be hard to do against a Rare Breed team like this.
Coming off the edge was Goodrich, and he swats the ball down.
I think that defense is awake now.
Saw that man out of the corner of my eye. Cedric Goodrich off the edge.
And this is a problem that I feel most teams in this league fall into when they start getting in the rhythm. Whether they call the timeout or not, what's been working? Let's stay to what's been working. And teams, I've been on teams that have done it. I've beaten teams that have done it. I've lost to teams that have done it. You get what I'm saying? Like, stay with what works. 4 down, 1 receiver, run it back in you. But
and it looks like Marcellus Pack just telling OG Buck, take a deep breath, everything's going to work. And they only have, they have 7 in the huddle. How do you make the most out of this with what looks to be a 2-man line? 3 wide receivers set, 1 man in the backfield. Actually, number 2, Anthony Diaz, will be going as a tight end.
Right, and this is a better offense for them, even though it's not the 4 that I like on the line. It's a better offense. They can make more moves from here.
4th and 6, the snap. In
protection,
trouble.
exactly.
Cuts through to the end zone,
6.
touchdown!
Do you see what I'm saying? Don't run away from what makes you you.
Not a rare day for Pack Money as the intrepid 3-on-1 returner gets into the end zone on the shotgun, on the shot right there.
I'm not surprised. It's Pack. Pack is going to make that catch. OG Buck is going to make that throw. And again, stay with what works.
Yeah.
What are we spreading them out for? For what?
And that will be the 2nd score of the game. Pack Money's
Confusion on the defense.
First touchdown of the day, a breakdown in communication by that Hawks defense, who are holding the line really well on that drive. But now they will be going for 2 to try to make it a 14-0 lead. About 5 yards out the snap. OG Buck in trouble. OG Buck brought down.
Ole's being Ole. That's what made him such a danger and such a thorn in my side for years.
Ole Bell and Cedric Goodrich with the tackle. The Hawks have been showing up on 2 straight drives. Will they stand and deliver? We'll find out when they get the ball. We'll be back with this continuation of this first half right here. It's the Baltimore Rare Breed 12, the Old Bridge Hawks nothing. This is the A7FL on Stadium. We're back here live on Stadium, and if you want to own an A7FL football team, rep your favorite team, go to a7fl.com/owners for more information. That will be Khalil Green bringing it back now.
Okay,
Cuts through 1 defender, but will be brought down emphatically at the 30.
Khalil Green used to be one of the biggest weapons at the 3-on-1 kick return. I don't know if he's lost a step or he's missing something, but he just doesn't look as much of a threat as he used to.
It might be one of those things where if you're a downhill runner at one point in your career, that hill just gets a lot steeper and a lot further away, and it creates that problem. Time comes for everybody, Big Rob. One day you're gonna replace me. I'm gonna be sent to the old announcer retirement home, yelling about calling my soup. Be 1st and 10. The handoff, the ball gets knocked loose and picked up by the rare breed. Johnson with the recovery. Jamal Johnson catching it the same way. The Hawks caught the L on that one, and it will be 1st and 10 for Baltimore, and they are thriving. The Hawks getting jinxed here. Let's take a look at the snap. Take a look on the replay, and you saw the Wolverine, Ricardo Freeman, looking to come right in. The handoff gets bounced right out of the hands of the running back. That was number 21.
That's very costly. You put a high-powered rare breed offense back.
And that's Willie Mayweather, too, with the ball. Willie Mayweather Easterling, the man known as Money Mayweather, the 1st and 10.
Oh, my
the
goodness.
Toss with authority. Oh, that's just mean.
Listen,
that's
man,
cold-blooded.
Those play calls from OG, but I am fanning out for OG Buck right now. I need an OG Buck jersey. If they could send me one, I would be very
happy. Go to
happy.
A7FL.com/merch to get yours. That was beefy. Aubrey Minor with the toss, and it will be 1st and 10. This Baltimore team has made the drive, and they have made it known that they are going to be a problem. We see again on the replay the quick shuffle pass.
So patient, so methodical. It's not rushed. Everyone knows their assignment. This is what a good quarterback looks like. This is why he was in talks with Huff and Sterry last season. This is why.
And he's proven it here. Baltimore has the ballers as well. The handoff to Omari Thomas.
Good tackle.
Going upstairs, downstairs, that's Ole Bell on the help.
Mikey McGee.
Me and Mikey McGee on the tackle. 6:11 left to go here in the first half. Matt Ryan joined by A7FL legend Big Rob Fabian, a man who knows what it means to be on the field, the podcaster in his own right.
Yes, sir.
Looking to bring this one to the table on the tackle. Caught, brought down, and just set up. And
that's a great tackle.
OG Buck under center in the shotgun. Thomas set up to his right. 3 on the line, 2 wide receivers set in motion. Number 2, Anthony Diaz, and a false start. And now the literal pointing of fingers has come out.
Yeah, listen, in a league like this, once that starts, once you start getting frustrated and start pointing your teammates out, it's not a lot of guys on the field with you. If things start breaking down slowly, if they can't get this together, it's going to be a very long day for the Hawks.
If you're on the Hawks on the sideline after that offensive play, that one offensive play, do you bring Corey Hammond in?
Do you? I'm biased. Corey's one of my favorite quarterbacks, so yeah, you bring Corey in.
The handoff upfield, and there's Omari Thomas again breaking off 7.
Great tough yard. I'm a huge fan of the tough yards. I'm a lineman. I like getting I like getting dirty. I'm not a fan of all that pretty passing stuff. Let's really get in there, get our hands dirty.
You're a 4 yards in a cloud of dust kind of guy.
Yes, sir. Four get you to the first, right?
Cut through. Great block there too. Number 17, Cedric Goodrich, chasing him down the entire way, but was not able to get a seam because of some great line play.
Coming in, right. And
3rd.
Again, they're staying in that same 3 down. Oh, they moved him.
3rd down, the handoff. Thomas stifled at the door like someone selling globes, not letting the house, and that will be a big stop there, and it will be 4th down.
Big Angry is angry. He's really angry.
I wouldn't have known that with the name.
With a name like Big Angry, you'd think he was a nice guy.
Yeah, you think, neat.
Nah,
like
Big Angry's angry.
Takes his grandma to church.
Look at him. Excuse me. Big swim move. He's getting moved, though. I'd be angry, too, if somebody was moving me like that. I don't know. They're not looking too hot right now.
This Hawks defense is just not fun. The offense is clicking, though. We can't take anything away from the great effort of this rare breed offense. The Hawks defense not in the same kind of rhythm they were in last week. 4:05 left to go. The toss to Thomas. Thomas finds a lane and gets inside the 5-yard line, but it will be stopped by Cedric Goodrich, and it will be 1st down Hawks.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ant Mo on the block at receiver.
But he was not able to set it up.
Yeah,
Goodrich. Let's take a look again on the replay. Break it down for us, Rob.
This guy's gone.
Oh, my God.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, my dear sweet Batman.
That's the block I'm talking about. Ant Mo made the key block.
He sent someone out of frame.
Oh, my God. I used to love putting people out of frame. But Cedric with the great contain that stopped the play. Ant Mo, that was an amazing block.
3:55 left to go, and we'll be talking about that highlight at halftime.
Man,
we'll be breaking this one down, giving you the scores at halftime. The Hawks with the ball inside their own 10-yard line. 1st and 10, 3:55 left to go. Only 2 timeouts, but they get the ball at the half. Looking to bring the rush here, possibly blitzing with that corner. You take a look at -5.
Right.
Janon Forrester, he was the one who got the ball. He had some great plays on defense so far today. In motion is 21. That's Mayweather, and a big play by Llewellyn just to reset. They look to reset.
I get it. You want to create some space. Forced to throw though. Why not put Corey in? Yeah, you know, maybe saving it for second half, I guess. But if you're forced to throw like this, give the guys a chance.
And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Mayweather, let's see something.
Mayweather again, just pushing the pile.
Mayweather's, he used to give a lot of people problems a few seasons ago. I wasn't one of those people, so I don't know these problems.
Not
but
me,
I've seen
though.
them.
A lot of other people.
Definitely seen Mayweather. But listen, I've seen Mayweather tear people apart. I just never was one of those guys.
And it will be 1st and 10, under 3 minutes to play in the first half. And right now, the Hawks, they're thriving. Bobby Newman will be an eligible receiver trying to set something up on the drive. The rain's starting to come down hard. The handoff cuts inside, immediately met by the defense. And it is a hug party.
That front four. If we're not getting these clean blocks off as an offensive lineman, your running back will go nowhere. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter who it is.
2.5 minutes remain. Baltimore, Old Bridge, your score. Looking at what can happen next for these two teams as time winding down. 2:15 left to play. 2nd and about 7. This could be the last play before it. It's got to get it in now, and we will go to 2-minute warning here. Gerald Llewellyn looked like he didn't know how much time was on the clock, but we do because, well, we have that fancy little graphic at the bottom of the screen. We'll take a brief timeout on our end with 2 minutes remaining. Will it be the Hawks getting this one a little closer? We'll find out. Love what you're watching? Want to keep it going all week long? Join the A7FL Nation on social media and get in on the action. Want highlights? We got crazy highlights from all the games around the league. You can't believe what you're going to see. Wild hits, amazing plays. And how about a behind-the-back big touchdown, Big Rob? We've got it for you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. The A7FL and you across social media. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Big Rob Fabian. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Baltimore up 12-0. Old Bridge with the ball. Gerald Llewellyn behind center. Willie Mayweather set to his right. 2 wide receivers set. 3 on the line. Bobby Newman, I believe, is an eligible receiver. Loading the box here. 5 on the line. And Llewellyn in trouble.
The pressure.
Sent out of bounds. The clock will stop. And
it's too much pressure. At this point, it's just way too much pressure. If you're not putting 4 down on that line to protect you, there's no reason.
The one thing that you need the one thing that people need to note about this Hawks team, and we talked about it coming into the broadcast, was them being one-dimensional. That's going to be the issue, is the one-dimensional offense of it's the running game of the Hawks, really creating no opportunity for them to open it up. Try a play action. Try this, and now with the rain coming down in sheets here in Asbury Park, we had the weather hold up for a majority of the day, but we're right off the water on the Jersey Shore. You know, greetings from Asbury Park, where it's either always raining or always beautiful. And 2 wide receivers set, 1 man in the backfield, the toss,
Ooh,
and a block and a
my
half.
God.
Michael Liberty.
Oh, my God.
Why would you do that to a man on national television? That's just rude. That is rude and inconsiderate, and I want to see it again.
Sheesh.
Give it to me again. Give it to me again.
Listen.
Let's take a look again on the
That's the
replay.
explosiveness of Mike Liberty that I'm talking about. Look, this guy gets cleaned.
Number 93, Eric Price. His nickname is Fisher Price.
Oh,
and, well,
my God.
He got a
Look at
tinker
this, look at
toy
this,
on that one.
Look at him. He comes down. Bow.
Bing
Clean,
bong.
too. Clean.
But Liberty, so emphatic on the block.
He's still staring at him.
He stared him down, but it also delayed the momentum of Mayweather, and it might have cost them a yard or two
Very
there.
true. I think blocks like those do distract the running backs.
And on 4th and 7, this one will fly all the way out of bounds, and they will spot this one inside the 45 with 1:47 left to play in action. And it will be the Baltimore Rare Breed.
They're ready. The Hawks have made a crucial mistake. You did not start Corey. You did not play Corey. It is now pouring rain.
And Lenny Manziel stepping in a quarterback now. That man, he started the game last week for the Baltimore Rare Breed, got the first touchdown in Rare Breed history to Omari Thomas. And now I think that's indicating they're going to run the ball a lot here.
They're going to run the ball. They have to because it's pouring. Look at it. There's not too many throws you can make here. But now, what do you do with Corey? Corey can play in this weather.
Yeah.
But what do you do here? Because these guys are now pinning their ears back and going straight after it. So let's see what this offense is going to do.
It's an eat or be eaten situation
right
here.
Now, yeah.
And the Baltimore Rare Breed have scored on both drives. The Old Bridge Hawks have yet to put anything on the scoreboard except a turnover. Tosses it back. Manziel doing the yeoman's job of blocking. Pack Money trying to make something happen like it's a 3-on-1, but that will collapse around him.
Great job by Liberty and Ole keeping Pat contained. Again, you keep a guy like Pat contained, he won't be that dangerous, but you need the players to do it. Liberty on the attack, Ole with the contain. Everybody else kind of looked a little lost, but they got him.
And you can see the water wicking off of the turf here in Asbury Park. And you can see it just pounding as players cover up. But this is the A7FL. This is football weather. No domes here in the A7FL. No helmets, no pads, all action. 1:02 left to go. The Baltimore Rare Breed with the ball if you're just joining us and leading 12-0 over the Old Bridge Hawks. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Big Rob Fabian. 3 on the line for both teams, but take a look at number 31. He might be coming in on a blitz to snap. No time. Manziel throws a wobbler, and that one will be out of reach. Number 2.
Brave play call. Brave play call to throw it in the rain. But again, these guys aren't afraid of anything, clearly.
And that ball is a regulation-sized football. We see it in the comments all the time.
All the time that it's too big. It's a rugby ball. It's not. It's actually
a traditional
regulation.
Football.
Yeah, it's just a different color, guys. Yeah. Come on.
And the grip is better.
The grip is way better. You ever truck somebody with one of those balls in your hand? Ever?
No.
I have. It feels amazing.
Well, yes. I would assume you have.
It's great.
I have not played football since an NYC social league a few years ago, where I was so intense off the snap. I'll tell the story in a second. Manziel cutting upfield. Lenny Manziel.
Oh, tough yards with the timeout. Okay, Manziel.
Trying to give himself another yard on that one, and it will be 4th down. I scared members of The Daily Show of how intense I was. It was not a fun time.
Listen, you are an intense guy, if I'm being honest. I was a little intimidated.
I thought I was a sweetie, but wouldn't hurt a fly. And we'll take a look at the snap here. Manziel committing to the run, off rip. Big Angry spinning out. Great move by Big Angry to pivot off the block. And then
that is a great form tackle. You see where his head was? Do you see that?
And they called a timeout, too.
Yeah, his head was in the right position to make – he's not hurt. He's not – like, he's going to be sore, of course, but there's nothing – see how he made the tackle clean, perfect, not leading with his head? That's how you make tackles in this league.
Yep.
That's how you do it.
1 timeout taken, both teams with 2 timeouts remaining, 34 seconds left to play in our first half. You see Big Angry off the line on 4th down. Manziel in trouble. Manziel trying to find a way out of it. Lenny Manziel.
That's a fumble?
That's a forward pass. That's a it could be. We got a tuck rule situation here. Either way, the Hawks will have the ball. It's just a matter of where.
Ooh.
And Mike Liberty coming up with that one. And it will be first down for the Hawks here.
A lot going on there.
And the sun peeking out just a little bit on that one. And we'll take a look at the replay.
See what really happened here.
See off the snap.
Wow, he wasn't paying attention.
14 giving up the goat. He
Big
found
Angry staying. Look at the footwork on Big Angry. Good job. Good job.
Good job by Manziel.
For sure.
Popping right through. And then,
his arm wasn't going forward.
It's fourth down either way.
Either way, they lose the ball.
Yeah. You got body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. And it will be first and 10. And Llewellyn trying with very little success to wipe down that ball. You can put it in a tumble dryer. It ain't going to work.
Yeah, there's nothing you could do in this weather.
Liberty in the slot here. 3 on the line. 3 wide receivers set. Llewellyn at quarterback. You see the Wolverine, Ricardo Freeman. The handoff to Mike Liberty. The Sayreville Bomber getting bombed.
The Wolverine with another one. He's really good for those. Big, crunching, play-stopping hits.
Talk that talk, gentlemen. Talk that talk.
Those are 2 exciting players right there. I like to see them collide. It's a good look.
And, you know, Liberty racked over 2,500 yards rushing and earned all-state honors as a running back in New Jersey.
Jeez.
Earned a D1 scholarship, went to Rowan University and left to work full-time and still playing here in the A7FL. Let's take a look at this again.
Look at Wolverine off the shed. Bang.
And if he just slips to the outside a little earlier off of that tackle attempt from number 93, Eric Price, it could be a different game.
It can be.
And with 16 seconds left to go, it'll be second down in Baltimore.
We got to keep looking for Wolverine to make these plays.
And you see here, 2 safeties, 2 back defenders. 4 on the line. Looking for an option here is Llewellyn. The snap. Not a lot of time. Llewellyn on his bicycle, and he will be stifled, and it'll be third down. A gain of about 2.
The Hawks
and they
live and die by the run.
Yeah, it's not going to go well for them if they continue. And I believe that will be the end. Oh, no, timeout call, but 1 second left to play. The last timeout, I believe, for the Hawks. We're going to take 30 seconds of our own here. We'll reset. We'll pay some bills. And when we return, we'll wrap this one for the first half. The Hawks down with the ball. 12-0 Baltimore. 12-0 your score. Baltimore Rare Breed with the lead, but the Old Bridge Hawks have the ball off of the timeout. And then we'll get the ball at half. I'm Matt Ryan. That's Big Rob Fabian sitting to the left of me, but you can't see that because we're not on camera. And you know what? It's a good thing because, you know, we're too pretty for television. And it will be Llewellyn behind center, 1 man set behind him. 2 wide receivers set. Looks like Mamba Stacks joining Michael Liberty at the top of your screen. The snap. Throws this one up. This one going deep and off the hands of the defender. That one going to number 29. And that one will Kevon Jones. And we're going to take a brief timeout at the end of the first half. Your score, the Baltimore Rare Breed 12, the Old Bridge Hawks nothing. We'll have your first half recap in a minute right here on Stadium. We're back here live. It's halftime at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. That's Big Rob Fabian. I'm Matt Ryan, and it's been a chaotic first half if you're a fan of the Old Bridge Hawks.
Yeah, man.
So we're going to break it down with the highlights, but Rob, taking a look at this game for the Old Bridge Hawks right now, what's the biggest thing standing in the way of them and coming back here down 12-0?
The weather and quarterback play. Right now, before, they're running the ball. They ran the ball a lot in the first quarter, first half, and it hasn't really yielded them the best results. I personally think Corey would have helped them when it was, the sun was out, but now you kind of lose that. All this tough guy running stuff is better set for the second half with all this rain. And the pressure from, Rare Breed is phenomenal.
We saw Khalil Green with a big catch there, but you talk about that pressure. You see it here. Gerald Llewellyn smothered and covered.
And then again, OG Buck just making magic, being patient. Just everything he's doing right now is clean.
And just beautiful run here from OG Buck, Raheem Chaney, showing up and showing out. This is the promise of what we saw last week in fits and starts against the BIC. And then Gerald Llewellyn, there's the big fumble, turning point.
This was bad. This was bad. This was the momentum shifter. It was 6-zip at that point still.
First play drive. And we're going to have Mike Liberty join us in just a minute or two to break down this first half. And we're gonna have to ground him because it's raining out there. We got to take a look here. That big stop, big tackle.
That's it.
And we see here Lenny Manziel on 4th down, trying to make something happen. And you see here on the replay, Lenny Manziel on 4th down. And then that ball coming loose, and Mike Liberty picking that one up. And speaking of Mike Liberty, he'll be joining us in a second. Hard running there from the Sayreville Bomber. And this the defense here on that play. Set up. Take a look at OG Buck. And that is how we left things here. We setting up for halftime, cutting inside, and you see running has been the story of this game. And you know, joining us right here, right now is Mike Liberty. Mike, how you feeling heading into the second half?
It's very
it's slick out there.
Yeah,
it's
wet.
slick out there.
Mike, you wet, Mike?
I got no other undershirts. It's done. My socks are drenched. It's over.
It is a rough day out there, rough sledding out there. What are you noticing about the turf right now? Because that Asbury Park turf is multi-purpose turf. And when you go into that situation, for people watching at home for the first time, if they're taking a watch for the A7FL at the first time, how does it feel for on that turf and going up against a team like the Rare Breed right now who are trying to hit on all cylinders?
As it is, the turf here is very short. It's hard to cut as it is. With the slip, you really got to chop it up and cut up. That's what you saw me try to do on the jet. I had the outside, but it was so hard to cut, and that guy came over top. But it's gonna be tough sledding. But I think we have it shot because when it comes to the rain, no matter what, you always have a shot.
True, very true.
Go for the ball, turnovers, get short fields, and capitalize. When
you saw on that play from Manziel when that ball came loose, did you feel the momentum shifted a little bit towards your guys?
A little bit. Right now it's tough because the rain just started, and we're not prepared for it. We have a lot of new guys from a lot of new teams.
Right.
So we don't have, as it is, we're having to gel. We have to learn each other's timing, what each other does well. And now with the rain factor, it's a little bit tougher. But like I said, anybody's game. When I saw the ball come out, my first instinct was pick it up and score. Try to score. We needed it bad. But I had the gloves. You saw me. I was
And we're here with Mike Liberty, running back for the Old Bridge Hawks. Mike, if people are watching the A7FL for the first time today on Stadium, national audience here across the United States, what do you want them to know not only about you, but about this game and how much you care about it?
Oh, I love it. It gets a lot of people that didn't have a lot of shots in college and stuff to really showcase their skills. I think there's a lot of good ball players that could have been really good D1 players. There's a lot of good athletes out here. It's no joke. It's backyard football, but with an organized feel to it.
Right.
And I love it. No pads. That's what you did as a kid, girl. No, with socks on, playing in the backyard. Bro, that's how I started football. That's my love.
Right.
I didn't start football until I was 14.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that's how I started loving it. I was like, oh my God, this game's so fun. I was like, I'm good. Like, yeah.
But Mike, for what are you looking to do in the second half here? What are the things you're noticing from the sideline and on the field? Because you're a two-way player. You're playing offense and defense. What are the things you're noticing about this Rare Breed team tendency-wise that's going to help you guys in the second half?
For a lot of guys, like I said, we're the same type of team where a lot of guys came together. I think they have a pretty good game plan. They know they're on the same page with running the ball, blocking. But I think we have to match their speed on defense, sideline to sideline.
Very true.
And I'm telling my defensive corner, we got to match their speed, especially now in the rain. If we can match their speed, we get that ball out. As soon as I went out there, when I came out there, before the ball came out, I was like, everybody punch the ball. This is where we punch the ball, get the field position.
And that ball's slick out there.
Oh, yeah. That ball, the A7 ball.
Is it that A7 ball?
Right through the hands. I had to take off my gloves right away.
What do you think you guys can do on offense to change the game a little bit?
I want to control the clock. I want to run. I don't care if it takes 4. Hey, me, I'm in between the tackles. I love to run outside. Trust me, I love the touchdowns. But wear them down, hit them, lower your shoulder, load them down, wear them down, then break one. Control the clock. Don't let them get on offense. Control the clock. 7-minute drive, touchdown. Get on defense. Now your defense is ready. Your defense is sound. Your defense is rested. Everybody has their legs underneath them, and that's when we beat them on the speed and we get the turnover.
And that's what makes the A7FL different from every other league in pro football. You get that level of insight from a dude who's in the game, coming into the booth. That's why I love this league. Mike, thank you so much, my man, for that. Mike. We'll be back in just 60 seconds' time with a recap of the first half stats. This is the A7FL live on Stadium. That is a look live. That is not Atlantis. That is not Seattle. That is Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey, where we are right now inside the bowels of Asbury Park Stadium, away from the rain. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Big Rob Fabian. We were just joined by various members of the Hawks, including Mike Liberty, who sat down with us.
Right.
It has been an interesting day, to say the least, for the Old Bridge Hawks, who are down 12-0, but we got some great insight in how that's going to look for the second half. A lot of interesting things to come out of that first half, and I think that the Hawks are a little revitalized after the way the half ended.
Momentum shifting towards the end of the half. I mean, if they come in with that same energy, we might have a very different looking game.
And I know Bobby Newman's going to bring that energy. I'm excited to see what he does on there.
Man. One of my favorite big boy football players. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Newman, that guy can make it happen. He does things that you don't think a big guy's supposed to do.
But that's what we do in the A7FL.
Exactly.
We defy expectations. If you're watching us for the first time, welcome. What took you so long? Where you been? What you doing? It's the spring. What else happened?
Right.
Is there any other sports going on in the spring? I don't think so.
None that matter. Honestly, none that matter.
But shout out to our new partners at Stadium. We are live next week at 1 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Eastern with the games of the week. Next week, it's the BIC against the Patterson U in our 1 o'clock game, Big Rob.
Championship rematch.
Yeah.
The championship I was in. That's the last game I played.
Yeah. How does it feel knowing next week that rematch? What are the things you're noticing about the BIC and the U ahead of next week's big matchup?
Honestly, unbiasedly, they both still look as tough as they did last year. They both kept a lot of the same players, a lot of the reasons why they were exciting. All of them came back. Sterry's back. Huff is back. Hollywood is back. They've added players to the U. They look dangerous. It's just looking like a great matchup.
And let's take a look now. We looked ahead to next week, but let's look back to how the first half broke down. Okay. Big Rob, 96 yards rushing by the Rare Breed, 102 passing yards, almost 200 total yards. But then you take a look at the Old Bridge stats as you look live at a dreary day in Asbury Park. It's been a dreary day throwing the ball
100%
for the Old Bridge Hawks. 41 total yards, all of them coming off the run.
Off the run, and again, that's probably what's hurting them. If you passed early, we might not be in the same situation. You see, it's pretty much a nice balance with the Baltimore Rare Breed. 96 on the ground, 102 in the air. It's a nice balance of one turnover, but we're not getting the same thing from the Hawks right now. They're living and dying by the run, trying to control the clock. One turnover puts the Rare Breed in a great position to win the game.
And as it rains and pours here in Asbury Park, we get closer and closer to the start of what will be a dynamic second half. It is football weather here in Asbury Park. For this second half, I think the big key will be opening up the offense for either team. We saw Glennie Manziel come in for the Baltimore Rare Breed. Got to wonder if they're shifting offensive dynamics heading into the second half. Still playing quarterback by committee. You would think OG Buck would be set in the pocket, but with the weather getting more of a tsunami out there.
It's smarter to keep Lenny in there, let Lenny get these guys guessing, because Lenny's play calling package is crazy too. Let's not take that away from him. He knows what he's doing, so keep Lenny out there, keep them guessing. If the Hawks start crawling back, get OG Buck back in. Clean things up.
It is the sea is angry today, my friends. It is
very, very
dreary outside, but we are bringing you some furious football. Let us know what you're thinking across social media. Follow us across social media. The easiest way to do that, go to your favorite social media platform, type in A7FL. We're there. Hit the like button, hit the follow button. even hit the subscribe button, but also we're going to be live on Watch Stadium. You see all the things down there. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube. Shout out to Sam, our TikTok guy. Shout out to Jared and Rocco on the social media team, and Howard, all of our friends over on the social media side. But if you know, Rob, the one great thing about the A7FL, we expanded this year. We're in Cincinnati.
Right.
We're in Florida. Right. We're all across the United States. We're in LA. We're in Vegas, baby. We are in Las Vegas. And you know what? What you can do? You can own a franchise in the A7FL. You can own a division in the A7FL. If you're in the comments section, the A7FL needs to come to Texas, South Carolina, my Aunt Lorraine's house. You can bring the A7FL to you by going to a7fl.com/owners. Hit the thing right there, type it into your search bar, and we're gonna play some football now.
Let's do it.
It is gonna be the start of the second half here in Asbury Park. The Baltimore Rare Breed leading this one 12-0. Big Rob, my only question for you, my friend, is what are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Are you ready?
Always.
He's always ready.
I'm always ready.
Let's
make it happen.
We're gonna take a brief time out and get things ready for the second half. It may not be dry, but this is the A7FL on Stadium. It is football weather, to say the least. You're looking live at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. It is blooming. The flowers were blooming, but then they decided, nah, hold on, B. I'm a wait a bit. Wait a bit. But we are live at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Big Rob Fabian, and you see the Baltimore Rare Breed getting up on the sideline. They're going to need jackets. They're going to need coats. I think we're going to send Storm Field out there to figure out what's going on. And love coming in from across the world. Rob here joining us for the first time ever. Making the transition from the.
Thank you guys for
I had to stop him at halftime from going out there saying, the weather's perfect. Get me a jersey. Somebody get me a jersey.
I'm not going to lie to you, man. I used to actually enjoy playing in the rain. Like, it. Again, I'm a bigger guy. I like the contact. I like the aggression that's in between the trenches, and that's where we used to thrive. Man on man, pushing this guy down the field, everybody slipping off. You know,
you also just wanted it to be like the third act of a noir movie, or
of course, you know,
like hard boiled.
Yeah,
just in the rain, you and an opponent, making it look like a Gatorade commercial.
Man, it's amazing. You win a game like that, you feel better. You might get sick after, but you do feel better afterwards.
The Theraflu on deck.
On deck.
And we will get things going with the throw-off, and Mike Liberty was supposed to get the ball, but it will be flying out of bounds, so it will be a reset from the 25. Is that an advantage?
It is. I think it depends on the team and depends on the returner. Mike Liberty's not somebody I would want to give the ball to at the 25. You get me? But, again, can they contain him is the key. And if they could, well, we're about to find out.
Liberty will get to the 45-yard line.
And
Mike Liberty cutting downfield.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Mother of Batman, Mike Liberty.
He should have kept going.
Don't doubt that man. The Sayreville Bomber, loaded and ready to go. Setting it off for the Old Bridge Hawks. That's how you start a half.
That's exactly how you start. Now they're bringing the momentum back to the Hawks sideline. Fire your teammates up, and let's see if you can match
that energy, and
the
we
Rare
will
Breeze
see.
line energy. Look at that.
Let's take a look at the replay
real calm,
here.
Real focus. Excuse me, sir.
Pardon me.
And
I'm late to something. I'm late to something. Leave me alone.
Excuse me.
Pardon. If he cuts to the outside, just a little bit more to the right, it's 6 on the board.
But again, he did come in here and say that it's harder to cut, and I get it. It's probably harder to plant. Probably felt like he couldn't get that edge.
Big Angry will be a eligible receiver. Looks like Mayweather set to the right. Liberty behind him. The handoff to Mike Liberty. Spins out. Ball comes out. But it comes right into the hands of Llewellyn.
Hawks got it back. Ooh.
And you see Liberty without the gloves.
Right. And again, the rain helps both teams. It's not, listen, everyone's at a disadvantage. Everyone's at an advantage when it starts raining.
Kind of a brand new ball game at that point.
Yeah.
Scoreboard may tell one story, but this right now is a whole new ball game
100%.
with the level of rain coming down. And it's that real hard rain, too.
If the Hawks can capitalize and score on this drive, then force a turnover, this is a completely different game. But they have to score on this drive.
Only one corner set out there for the Hawks. For the Rare Breed. The Hawks with only one wide receiver 4 set up on the line. Liberty set to the right of Bigger Llewellyn. In motion, he'll set out and kick out to the slot. The snap, the rollout, and Llewellyn on his bicycle. First tip, and taking a body with him. He wasn't going alone, and it'll be on the tackle by number 29.
Llewellyn, a.k.a. Bigger, is a former running back. Ladies and gentlemen, do not be surprised if he runs through an adult on the Rare Breed side.
Holding call will bring this one back. Kevin Jones on the tackle. Oh, there it is. The big angry.
Not again.
Getting caught right underneath the jersey.
Oh, my goodness. That's a drive killer, man. He has to stay disciplined. At some point, they got to tell him something. He has to keep those hands open.
And we'll see a bit of a line change here. Bobby Newman and Corey Hammond stepping on the field now.
There it is.
He'll be joined by number 42, Al-Hassan Fofana, the wide receiver. And there's Corey Hammond getting his time under center, going from right where Big Rob was sitting to the 45-yard line.
And shouts to Corey because I'm done. I'm not stepping foot on this field again. These guys are too athletic for me right now.
The washed fairy came to me many a moon ago. So you will not be seeing me step on the field. 12-10 left to go after the holding penalty. To be second down and about 15. The ball thrown up. Out of the reach of Liberty. Hammond didn't look like he had all of it on the ball.
Right. Again, first play all game. You know what I'm saying? So got to get something.
11:51 left to go here. To be third down.
You're right.
And 11:44 left to play. Right now, Hammond set in for the first time in this game. Got to wonder if he came in sooner, how different this game would be.
I personally think the game would have been a little bit different had Hammond started. You give Bigger the ball second half and let him run, quarterback direct
establish
runs,
a pattern, establish the run.
Something, but now
Bobby Newman, a wide receiver, Fofana at the bottom of your screen. Mayweather and Liberty set up. 3 wide receivers all stacked at the bottom of your screen. Fakes the
There it is
to Bobby
Let's
Newman.
Go, Newman.
Bobby Newman. The old man can still ball.
Excuse me.
Cuts inside. Robert Newman.
Sir. Big Bobby Newman in
No,
the
he's
building.
Robert Newman on that one because that was a grown man play.
Robert, look at him.
Hello, Newman.
Let's go, Bobby. Robert Newman. Let's go. Wake your team up. Yes. That's big energy.
That is what he needed. That's what this team needed.
And that's what you can expect from Bobby Newman every time. Look at that quick tight end release. These are the plays I'm talking about.
And the presence of mind by Corey Hammond, faking it out on that screen, and then Bobby Newman just chin-checking.
And that's what I'm saying by having a guy like Corey who's an actual quarterback that can make these reads. Yes, their D-line is overzealous. They're not protecting the tight end.
The snap, the inside handoff to Mayweather. Mayweather turns inside, tried to spin into the block, and there will be a whistle. And Ricardo Freeman saying, nah, man, nah, that ain't happening.
Not
on my watch.
In the club.
You ain't coming into my house. You're not eating my food. You're not using my bathroom. No, you stay there.
That's what I'm used to with Mayweather. Stops, a bunch of stops. I'm not used to seeing Mayweather cook me anyway. I've never seen it. I would really like to go back and see if Mayweather dominated the team I was playing on.
Dear Ryan DePaul, stop. You may not know me. Stop. 2 wide. Liberty, the only wide receiver. Mayweather will get the ball again. Play action. Throws it to Mike Liberty. Touchdown. Old Bridge. And look at.
Let's go.
Get Victor cruising in the rain.
Come on, man. Liberty. And this is what I'm saying. Once again, how different would the game have been had they give Corey the ball at the start? And
it will be an opportunity here to get under one, make it be a less than one possession game. Make it 12-7, and just beautiful pop fly ball right into the hip pocket of Liberty. No one there for him, making it 12-6.
They're not expecting throws, which I don't know why. It's Corey, but again, it's
well. They've been utilizing the run. They set up the play action. That's what they've needed to do all game, was establish that play action. And with Liberty on the outside, 2 wide receivers set. Now they're going to pass, spreading out the line. 4 wide receivers set. No time at all. Off the hands of Liberty. And he is
That's how the rain's going to hurt. That's how the rain's going to hurt.
Apoplectic, to say the least. But the Old Bridge Hawks finally get up on the board on the first drive of the second half. The Baltimore Rare Breed look to respond, dejected but not deterred. Your score, Baltimore 12, Old Bridge 6. We'll be back in a moment. We're back live here at Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. And if you've been loving this action so far, become an owner at A7FL.com/owners. Old Bridge scoring on a play, and the ball comes loose out of Pac Money's hands. Here comes an opportunity. Pac Money screaming down the sideline. Go to Washington, D.C., because you need that Pac Money. Touchdown, Baltimore.
I told you guys. The fumbles are threats. Like,
Ach, tun Liebe, that one made me polylingual. What a play there. After Old Bridge finds some rhythm, Pac Money's like, nah, B.
Look at this.
We'll
look
see.
At this.
Off the hands.
Everybody's like, oh, yeah, we got him. Overzealous. That's it. Overzealous. He did too
11
much.
came in flying.
Oh, he did way too much, man. You have to contain. Don't be too.
Trying.
You can't, not against Pac.
Yeah, trying harder than me on a first date, not able to light the lamp on defense.
And look at that. Sun is out. The rain's gone. Shining on Pac. Look at come on, man.
Pac Money has done. Pac Money pulled a Moses and just parted the weather.
The sun is out.
Did he break the weather?
I think he did. These guys are glowing. The sun is out. Look at this.
Lenny Manziel out after Pac Money broke the simulation, and they'll try to make this one 19-6.
That's such a momentum killer.
That
man.
is a but we still got a lot of football left.
Excuse me, sir. You are
and
a little
the holding call.
You are a little boy.
And the holding call.
You are a little boy. That is somebody's child. You shouldn't be doing that to people. That's someone's. Look, you see? That's somebody's child. He's a baby. Oh, my God. That's
Number
a great
88,
catch.
Leon Anderson.
That's a great catch by Anderson.
With the catch and a helpful visual aid.
Right? You seen it. He said, it's like he heard me. He said, yeah, that's a baby.
Let's take a look again on the replay.
Manziel, patient in the pocket. Look at the ball. Watching it flag the whole play. Excuse me, little man. Excuse me.
And it did nothing.
Nothing.
The whole
like he wasn't there.
No, it just showed us what kind of socks he's wearing.
Yep.
I'm jealous.
With the
I'm jealous
socks.
of the socks.
With the funky socks.
We're going to take a brief time out here. Your score, Baltimore 19, Old Bridge 6. We'll see if the Hawks will find a way out of this one. You're watching the A7FL live right here on Stadium. We're back live here from Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. The weather has subsided after some heavy rain to end the first half and start the second. Big Rob Fabian, the weather has completely turned around. The sun is shining here in Asbury Park, but it wasn't shining on the Old Bridge Hawks on that last 3-on-1.
Not at all. And again, that's what makes the 3-on-1. 3-on-1 so dangerous. You have to be good in every facet of this A7 game. Special teams is just as important as offense and defense. And you can see that with the score right now. A quick one by Pac. The game's complete. It looks like the game's over.
And this one will be up in the air, and here comes an opportunity for the Old Bridge Hawks. This one will bounce out to the 1-yard line. It's a live ball, and it's Money Mayweather. Money Mayweather loses the ball, picked up, it's a live ball, and number 55 will end up with it. That's Alex Harden, a.k.a. Metal Knees.
There's no way.
That happened.
There's no way. Who the turf monster? Who did that? Who smacked the ball out of his hands?
The ghosts of A7FL players past.
God.
The veteran counsel, the man known as Metal Knees, Alex Harden with the ball, getting it for the...
Danny Phantom with the swipe. Mayweather, what? He's smiling?
A Danny Phantom reference in 2022. I love you.
Man, that is... I want to talk about momentum killers.
Yeah.
How hot did the Hawks come in for the second half?
They came in loaded for bear, and they have just been... There's still a lot of football left. There's still 24 minutes of football left.
And I'm a firm believer of 4 quarters of football before you can crown somebody a winner. But man, oh man. And they have OG Buck back at quarterback.
Stacking the line here. It is a 7-man rush right now, 4-man line. 3 in the backfield. That's including OG Buck, who's back in. The handoff, that's to Omari, and it'll be a slight gain, getting him to the 22.
They're going to get those tough yards. They're just running clock at this point.
Can't run clock for 23 minutes, though.
You'll be surprised. They call it controlling the game. I'm telling you, they're running the clock.
And now you're starting to see a little bit of the crack showing for the Hawks.
Right.
Big Angry and number 17, Cedric Goodrich, a.k.a. CT, having a communication toughie. And it will be 2nd and 10. Not proud of that. Pardon me, 2nd and 5. And you see Big Angry ready to go. The handoff to Omari Thomas. Omari Thomas! Don't be sorry for Big Maury. He gets his 2nd touchdown of the day, and he's going to pull a Bo Jackson. I think he's on his way to T-neck by now, and it will be another touchdown for the Baltimore Rare Breed. This is a coming out party for the Rare Breed.
It really is. And again, I'm more surprised. I'm more surprised at the Hawks play versus the Rare Breeds play. I'm impressed. I'm expecting this from the Rare Breeds.
Went for the tackle there, smart tackle, but I think the turf monster caught him on that one, to be completely honest.
It's very slippery out there. You got to make body-to-body contact with these guys to bring them down. And Thomas just wanted it more. 25-6. It was 12-6.
Yeah.
It was 12-6 like 5 minutes ago.
The game completely came in on itself. 2 unanswered touchdowns by Baltimore.
Right.
After the first touchdown of the game for Old Bridge, took them 2 quarters to get there. In the first drive of the 3rd quarter, after Corey Hammond finally stepping in at quarterback after some rough drives, some rough sledding for the Hawks. Lenny Manziel in. Lenny Manziel!
He jumps. Oh, my goodness. The jump shot pass, have you ever seen that?
He chest passed it.
Chest passed.
Like he's a globetrotter.
Oh,
we'll be taking a brief timeout. Lenny Manziel not happy with that one. We'll be back. It's 25-6. Baltimore Rare Breed looking to ice this one with a lot of time left. Can Old Bridge make the comeback? We'll find out live on Stadium. It is the 3rd quarter of action. 7:56 left to go on this one. The Baltimore Rare Breed on top of the Old Bridge Hawks, and they will be giving the ball back to a Hawks team that scored its first touchdown, and then everything after that has completely caused them to fall by the wayside. And it'll be a bouncing ball, and that one will go to Mayweather. Mayweather now cuts up field, and he will keep possession of the ball and be brought down at the 34. Oh, pardon me, that was the Haitian sensation on that one.
Buck shaking the ball up.
That was Eddie Pettiot getting his first return of the day.
With the weather breaking, I thought this was going to be Corey's opportunity to shine, but he hasn't even been able, no pun intended, he hasn't even been able to get in there and get busy after that first series he was in.
Yeah, how do you get, if you're on the Hawks right now, what are you looking to do to get that heat back, to get that momentum back, the pendulum swinging back the other way towards your side? You see Hammond under center. I think Corey Hammond's in for the rest of this game, to be completely honest with you. And he can dig them out of that hole.
Right, and honestly, a quick score here with the defense somehow getting a turnover or 2 changes the game again. Now we have a game, but again, this is another drive that they have to score on. They can't afford any silly turnovers here.
Cedric Goodrich will be the tight end. Willie Mayweather will set up a 3 wide receiver set. This is what set him up for that big play before. Goodrich, the throw, Corey Hammond in trouble. Tries to get it to Goodrich, but that one won't happen. He gets brought down. First sack of the day to Hammond.
It's no more rain, man. These guys are pinning their ears back again.
And you can see the Baltimore Rare Breed defense excited and happy for themselves. It has been a long day at the office here for the Old Bridge Hawks with 6:55 left to play in action here. We'll take a look. Tried to fake that screen, the Mamba sacks. The offensive.
Get it off quicker than that. If you're going to run a screen, it's a very slow screen.
The offensive line unable to make something happen. Hammond out there with a full towel, got 2 towels. It looks like almost a false start to snap. Hammond throws deep, intercepted, but it could be a pass interference.
Oh, blocking the back.
Blocking
the back. My goodness. Double blocking the back?
2 blocks that were hockey checks. Some back checking there, but nothing but love after that. But I think that one's getting brought back. Got a couple of flags on the field. and we will see what those calls are. I think it might have been a pass interference play.
I think so, too.
We'll take a look at the replay here. It might have been on Ricardo Freeman. Let's take a look again. The throw, it might have been roughing the passer. And the interception will be coming back. It's a foul, a penalty on the defense. We'll see what. Oh, and there's that first one, the Mamba Stacks. Just completely truck sticked.
They got a little too excited there.
It was NFL blitz in real life on that one. And there'll be 2 flags. The interception will be coming back. Pass interference on the defense. And an illegal block in the back. Thank you so much to Zach, our red hat up in the booth. Also our graphics operator letting us know what's going on, what the calls are. And with 6:17 left to play, it's 25-6. And the Old Bridge Hawks looking to come back. Corey Hammond, our broadcast colleague, and your longtime friend and competitor.
Definitely played quarterback with him when I was on BIC. He was my quarterback when I was on BIC. I did not play quarterback with him.
I would love to see you behind center. I've seen weirder things happen.
It would be so bad. I'd play running. I'd play a mean running back.
And the handoff to Khalil Green. Mamba Stacks.
Make something happen. Let's go.
And Corey Hammond with the block. Mamba Stacks. Don't write this team off yet. Do not write off Khalil Green, because the Hawks back in this one. What a play there by Khalil Green, and number 27 might have got the Keenan Snyder. Got on the schneid after that block.
He caught the double hezzy. That's tough. That's tough.
Does that get you a playmaker, or does that get you enough points?
Oh, definitely. Look at this. Personal foul.
And we'll have a personal foul on the play.
Zoom, excuse me, sir.
And a great block by Cedric Goodrich.
And look at Corey with the block. Boom! Ooh! Number 27, 8.
And another penalty, the 3rd straight penalty on the rare breed. It's an unnecessary roughness call.
They're getting a little too excited now.
That might be attributed to Marcellus Pack.
They're getting a little too excited. 27 caught a block from Corey. I've never seen a quarterback block a defensive lineman like that so comfortably.
Corey Hammond not afraid to put his body on the play. And Liberty set up to the bottom of your screen. Mamba Stacks set up at the top. Cedric Goodrich, the tight end. Willie Money Mayweather. This is a different set than we've seen all game.
Completely different set.
And it's been working in their favor. In motion is Khalil Green, play action. The handoff to Mayweather. But Mayweather, there's a no flag. Those are shoes driving upfield, and it will be 2nd down, making something out of nothing.
Yeah, Mayweather's a very tough running back. If they can gel, like Liberty said, this is the first time some of these guys are playing together. If they can get this gel going now, we're looking at a completely different game.
And 2 vets, Ricardo Freeman and Willie Money Mayweather, just talking. Having what I would assume a conversation about setting a high tee for one another during the week. Maybe a spa day. They're going over to the Russian spa to get a schwitz. 4:01 left to play. One of those days where you wish you were in a sauna. It is chilly here. It is Brick City All-Stars in Asbury Park, but these guys are playing some great ball. 2 wide receivers set. The handoff to Mayweather again, and Willie Money Mayweather driving with impunity, and a hard block there. Ricardo Freeman.
Ricardo Freeman does not want to be touched. He just flipped Big Angry over his back. Over his back. Like Big Angry's behind him.
He sent him sass over tea kettle on that one. And it'll be 3rd and 7.
At no point should Big Angry's legs ever be in the air. I'm sorry. Here it comes. He's like, here we go. Excuse me, sir.
Pardon me, sir. No, get off of me. I don't know you. That's my purse. 3:14 left to go in the 3rd, and the Hawks driving here.
They're driving, and that's what they need right now. Sun is out, guns out. Let's get things going.
It's a beach day.
Yeah. Sun is shining on Corey. Look at that handsome man. Look at that.
And 3 on the line, in motion. That's Eddie Pettiot. The hand play action. Hammond sliding out. Ball tossed up. It's a live ball, but it will be incomplete. Out of the hands of Ricardo Freeman. And have the penalties shifted the momentum here, Rob?
Definitely. The penalties are hurting Rare Breed right now, and I don't think they're going to slow down getting them. I feel like they're playing a little different now. They're trying not to get them now.
they're playing with the lead instead of they're playing like champions instead of like challengers. Which is, I think, one of the reasons why the U struggled in that game earlier today. We said it in the pregame show. They need to play with a certain kind of hunger.
Right.
You need that in the A7FL because you can't get complacent, you can't get comfortable.
At all, not in this league, no. In other leagues, maybe, but in this league, you cannot get comfortable. As soon as you get comfortable, you'll blow a 25-point lead and won't know what happened.
And we've seen it here, and we might see it this season.
Times.
And the toss back by 77, not the best of the toss backs, but two wide receivers set.
He's on the line.
And there's the handoff to Mayweather.
Show me something.
Cutting inside, and on 4th and 4, they will get the first down. And Ricardo Freeman saying it's a turnover. We might need to see a replay on that one, and it might be old.
Might be. He looks very confident.
We'll get the... Let's take a look again on the replay. Had to get to the 15-yard line. Mayweather cutting inside. He stays upright. He's at the 15, but no.
The problem there is that Big Angry, and if I'm not mistaken, Khalil Green attacked the same man. One of them should have passed him off and had Khalil Green go meet Wolverine for that extra push.
And it looks like he was 2 yards away.
Yeah, that's bad blocking from the front. Big Angry and Khalil Green, that's bad blocking from those two guys.
Under a minute to go, 1st and 10 for Baltimore. Lenny Manziel back on the field for the Rare Breed. 3 on the line. Looks like 5 pressuring. In trouble. Handoff, and he will be stifled at the 17-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. 34 seconds left to play in the first and the third. And that was, I believe, Quentin Bragg, a.k.a. Q, and you see Renton Spoons back on the field. Top 10 nickname in the A7FL.
Renton Spoons, you enjoy it? It was very confusing when I first heard it. I didn't know what he was talking about, but then it hit me. I'm like, oh, okay. Cool, I guess. Cool.
10 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. The handoff to Manziel, the drive pushing upfield, and that will be how we end this third period of play. At the end of 3, the Baltimore Rare Breed scoring 2 unanswered touchdowns. The Old Bridge Hawks not able to make anything happen. And you can see the frustration on the face of the Baltimore Rare Breed running back.
He has to keep that cool. He has to keep that, real cool. If he doesn't keep that cool, that can definitely ruin everything they got going on offense.
And we are heading into the fourth quarter here. We're going to switch sides. At the end of the third quarter, the Baltimore Rare Breed with the ball, the momentum, and the lead. Your score, Rare Breed 25, Old Bridge Hawks 6. We'll be back with your fourth quarter of action in just a moment on Stadium. Hey, do you want to be cool? You know the easiest way to be cool, Big Rob?
Oh.
You could be an owner of an A7FL division. You can head on over to a7fl.com/owners and join in on the revolution that is bringing the future of football. No helmets, no pads, all action. Go to a7fl.com/owners. Manziel with the throw, throwing this one high and losing track of that one.
I think he was throwing that to us. Nobody over there.
Technically, we are over there. We are over there.
Miscommunication between him and his receiver, clearly. Hawks should have capitalized on that, too.
Haitian sensation, the intended defender on that one. That's Eddie Pettiot.
The intended defender.
Coming to you live from the broadcast bunker inside Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. It'll be 4th down and squandering a big drive here, the Rare Breed. With this amount of time left, 14-14 left to go in the quarter, make a wish. It's not the right time. But
no, it's a lot of angel numbers out there. 55, 00, 14-14. These guys got to make something happen right now.
Waiting for Yolanda Vega to show up and let me know if I won the lotto or not. She retired, and that made me sad. I don't know why. Unnecessarily sad.
You felt it?
Yeah.
It's the times, man. We're getting old.
Oh, don't worry. Liberti with the ball. He is forever young. That one will fly out of play. Smart play on that one.
Very smart. Very smart.
And that will be at the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for a Hawks team that got denied inside the opposing 20, got stopped at the 17-yard line, and it will be 1st and 10.
If they can get the blocking schemes right, they should be fine.
And it will be 1st and 10 for the Old Bridge Hawks right now, and I believe they're keeping Corey Hammond on the field. No, I'm trying to figure out who's coming in at quarterback.
It's bigger.
It's Gerald Llewellyn.
Yeah, it's Llewellyn.
An interesting shift here.
You think they're blaming Corey for the drives?
I don't know.
It's
an interesting shift here. Hammond
tired.
They might be trying to open up the run game again.
But he did it on his own.
And Hammond on the sideline.
That's not.
Talking with number 64. And it will be 1st and 10. Ball set at the 40-yard line.
Pay attention to the behavior of the D-line when it's Llewellyn at quarterback.
They have stacked the box. There are 6 in the box. The toss. That one cutting upfield. The block. Mayweather! William Mayweather! The weather is certainly not like May, but a big, big hit by Willie Easterling, a.k.a. Willie Mayweather. That young knockout kid.
I'll start putting some of these guys on the shirt, man. This is bad. They're getting trucked out here.
Just getting that right stick treatment. And you see Green, that motion play really set things up. And no holding per se by Liberty there, but he got inside the jersey in 29, having his day ruined. I think that was Kevon Jones. You see him at the bottom of your screen.
Green is missing some key blocks on those run plays that'll really open him up if he can.
Could it be the turf being the problem, though? He's not able to set and turn in. The handoff, that is Khalil Green, and Green couldn't get off the blocks after getting the ball, and a big stop there by number 55. That's Alex Harden, a.k.a. Metal Knees, who ended up with the ball after the turnover earlier in the game. And call on the play, and I think that's on Ricardo Freeman, because Ricardo Freeman bringing that energy right now, not happy. Or he was calling for a holding. We're seeing what the call was.
Back with the crowd control.
And it's on the defense. It's on the Rare Breed. Another costly penalty. Unnecessary roughness, and it will be 1st down. You got to watch that stuff. Man. We saw last week the Rare Breed. We saw some stuff go down during the Buzz Hawks game.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Playing beyond the whistle. And it will be 1st down with 12:35 left to go.
It gets a little chippy. As long as we keep it football, it's always great.
Time will run down. And we take a look at the Hawks offense. Gotta wonder what they're trying to scheme, what they can plan here. After Gerald Llewellyn having a disappointing day behind center, as opposed to last week where he had over 200 yards rushing, about 118 yards passing, under 50% completion percentage. 3 on the line. Newman is an eligible receiver. Mayweather, Liberty, and Green, the wideouts. Slot being Liberty. 12 minutes remain the snap. Llewellyn in trouble.
Oh, man.
Brought down hard by number 55.
There's no throwing threat. There's absolutely no throwing threat. No one's afraid of his arm. No one. Not a single person on the other side is afraid of his arm.
It's come down to that conversation we had about a one-dimensional offense.
And that's the problem.
You can't create opportunity here when they know where you're going to. And it's going to be 2nd and 13, a 3-yard loss here. And we'll take a look at the replay. Just driven right into the dirt, stopped right inside the 45-yard line.
They're still giving them the nod. I mean, hey, you got to trust your quarterback, right?
Newman, the eligible receiver, 3 wide receivers set, 2 extra on the line, including Big Angry and number 77. And it will be snapped. The ball thrown, and that is almost intercepted, intended for Bobby Newman, and beefy Aubrey Minor, the tight end, not able to utilize his hands on that one, so it will be 3rd down.
There's absolutely no fear in his throwing arm. These guys are pinning their ears back and running full speed. They're bringing Corey in now.
Corey Hammond coming in at 3rd and 13.
Let's see if he can make something happen.
How does that, the quarterback carousels and situations like that, how does that affect the morale of an offense?
It definitely affects you because some players might like Bigger better, some players might like Corey better, and you'll actually get different performances from different players depending on who the quarterback is at that moment. And it does create a confusion because the pace is different. Everything's different. Look how the offense looks here versus when Big is in.
The snap, Hammond, not a lot of time, throws this one deep and out of the reach of the wide receiver. Intended for Pettiot, and that one will be 4th down. And do you go for it here? Under 10 minutes to play in the 4th. You're down by 19. The Rare Breed defense today has lost 50 yards to penalties.
And they're still winning.
And they're still up by 19. That just speaks to their persistence on offense.
It definitely does.
And the key mistakes made here have given the Old Bridge Hawks the opportunity, but they haven't been able to seize on it.
Not at all. And it's very unfortunate because they're a good team. It's just right now it's not clicking against this Rare Breed defense.
This Baltimore defense is built a little differently. They are a different kind of aggression, and it will be 4th and 13. They will go for it. Hammond throws this one up, and that one will be incomplete. And no flag on the play, and it will be the Hawks going back on defense. Another turnover on downs for the home team, and it looks like they're getting closer and closer to being 1-1. And the Baltimore Rare Breed getting their first victory here this afternoon. A great day for the Baltimore Rare Breed, but anything can happen in the A7FL. We remember that if there's a lot of time left, both teams have all 3 timeouts, and you have the 2-minute warning. So a lot can happen in these last 9 minutes. And we are getting closer and closer to next week's action. We'll be here live on Stadium at 1 and 4 p.m. I won't be here. I'll be off next week, but I'll be back in 2 weeks. Well, after Easter, I'll be back in week 4, but next week, LJ Smith will be guiding you through. It'll be the the BIC battling the U in a rematch of the 2021 championship. For more information on how to watch the A7FL, go to A7FL.com and watchstadium.com. The handoff, cutting up field.
Thomas.
That's Omari Thomas. Don't be sorry for Omari, but Cedric Goodrich trying to pop the ball out.
And that's what they need. They need a defensive playmaker in those moments, and Cedric is that guy right now. And hopefully they can get that to him. He has a ball head, ladies and gentlemen. You heard him say it. I know you read his lips. But, yeah, if he can get that turnover, again, it gives them a fighting chance, because right now it's not looking too good.
And off the initial fake to Quentin Bragg, cutting inside was Omari Thomas, trying to get to the outside lane, saw Big Angry, and for a moment there it looked like Goodrich had the ball.
Almost.
Maybe if the other defender doesn't try to take him down for the tackle, that ball pops out.
Yeah, it might have popped out. And it's not as slippery anymore. Yeah. I mean, the sun is out. The game's a little different again.
7:43 left to play here in the 4th quarter. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Big Rob Fabian, calling all the action for you live here on Stadium. And here comes a 6-man potential rush here, setting up for the blitz on the screen. Not a lot of time for OG Buck. OG Buck throws this one deep, popped up wide open. Could be, should be, nothing but the field in front of him. It's Thick Boy season in the A7FL. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Let's go. Oh, my goodness, again.
And that is by the big man, number 41.
Oh, man. Number 4.
That's Montel Goods, a.k.a. Triple
OG Buck,
X.
excuse me, Big Angry. And the patience in the pocket to deliver that ball. Again, I'm an OG Buck fan. Please send me a jersey. At this point.
You can get that at a7fl.com/merch. The man ran out of time. You saw that. That's where time ends outside of that camera frame.
1,000%.
Ran into the phantom zone on that one. It's 31-6 with 7:17 left to play. And we'll take a look at that score
Look at the poise. Look at the poise. Play action. He's waiting. No, not here. Hi, Big Angry.
Oh, hello.
Bye, Big Angry.
Fakes the handoff.
Hezzy.
Hits him with that cha-cha slide perfectly.
He knows where all his players are at all time. How they did not catch him is blowing my mind right now, but that's big boy football.
It's thick boy season. That's
thick boy season.
Thick boy summer. followed up by Cuddly
man.
Boy Fall.
Cuddly Boy Fall.
4 on the line. The handoff, the play action. Okey dokes everybody. Into the pocket, up, over, and in there. That one, number 14.
Get your gritty.
And that one will increase the lead for the Baltimore Rare Breed. And with 7:17 left to play, they will be sliding their way to a potential victory, but there's a lot of untimed downs and a lot of time left to play. Kendi, and we're taking a look at the replay one more time, see what happens. That fake, beautiful fake, establishing that screen and then just finding that rainbow right into the pocket of the big man, number 14.
That's another boy with a belly doing his thing out there.
Slips and slides, he takes it to the house, and the Rare Breed take it to the house one more
double
time.
Coverage too. Look at this.
Inside,
That's
yeah,
impressive.
just found that, getting it on Cedric Goodrich and number 2, Ryan Wavy Willock. And this one now 33-6. We're gonna take a brief timeout. When we return, OG Buck and the Wolverine look to shut down the Hawks. This is the A7FL live on Stadium. We're back here live. It's 33-6. The Baltimore Rare Breed leading the New Jersey Hawks with only 7:17 left to play. And this one now, this will be thrown up, and here comes an opportunity for the Hawks on an untimed down to get Khalil Green into the end zone. Khalil Green!
Oh,
Khalil
my
Green makes
goodness.
the 2 miss! Khalil Green at the end zone in front of him, going into a sea of blue! The Old Bridge Hawks turn around on a dime, light the lamp, and it's 33-12! What a play by Khalil Green. I don't think they're taking that one
back. I
back.
hope they don't take it back, because they're making it look like he stepped out, and I don't think he did.
And it looks like he might have stepped out of bounds.
How
We'll take a look. We're going to
unfortunate.
review the replay here. This is exactly what our replay officials are looking at. Cuts it inside, stays in bounds. Ooh, he's in bounds. He looks like he's in bounds.
Yeah, from this angle, it looks like
he looks like he stays completely in bounds. One official saying that's where the official caught it, right around the 40. But we're going to take another look at that, hopefully from a wider angle.
That's a big play.
We're going to take a look this play under official review. See if they were The whistle blew it dead. It will not be a reviewable play per the officials.
Time to let Corey shine.
But with 6:48 left to play, that one gives a lot of hope to a team that needs it. With 6:42 left to play, it'll be 1st and 10, the snap. Hammond throws this one deep, not expecting it.
Yeah, his running back, his receiver stopped running.
I don't wonder if that was the called play or if that was a check down.
Right.
But it will be 2nd and 10. The clock will still run. The Hawks down 33-6 against the Rare Breed.
And what's impressing me about Rare Breed right now is they're playing as if the game is 6-6 or 0-0 or 12-12. They're not playing as if they're up 33-6.
No.
They're still giving it their all out there.
And that's the level of aggression you have to have in the A7FL.
100%.
Got to play like a challenger no matter where you are in the league, no matter how good your team is. You always play like a challenger, and you'll see number 17, Cedric Goodrich, accept the role of eligible receiver. 2 wide receivers set with Goodrich at tight end, 1 man set up to the right, the snap. Not a lot of time, but this one thrown! Petio with the catch on the sideline! The Haitian sensation living up to the nickname, making it 1st down, Old Bridge.
And what kind of game would this have been had Corey started? I think they're going to look back at this.
There's going to be a lot of questions coming out of this one. And Corey Hammond with not a lot of time in the pocket.
Throwing under pressure and everything. Like, this is a poised quarterback. Corey's good at it.
Staring down the barrel of a opposing defense, snarling at the mouth, 1st and 10.
Great catch.
And there's the replay
sensation.
again, just a beautiful
That's a
play.
Great catch. Great eye on the ball, everything.
It'll be 1st and 10, the ball set at the 25-yard line. Khalil Green set up in the slot, and here comes pressure off rip. Khalil Green cuts inside. Khalil Green!
Too much open field. Too much open field, ladies and gentlemen. Way too much open field. Khalil Green is dangerous. He will not be denied. And again, with Corey at the helm.
Touchdown, Old Bridge. The it became Montana for a second. It was just open field.
Wide open field. It's too much. It's too much open field for guys like Khalil Green, Mike Liberty, Ashante Worthy, even Sterry, Huff, Moon. That's too much field. Way too much field.
We'll take a look again at the replay.
They think they're going to beat them with pressure, and there it is right there.
Slides and just beautiful route running. Beautiful presence of mind, knowing exactly where to cut. That's the Khalil Green we want to see every
100%.
Sunday. That's the Khalil Green that makes it work. And now going for 2. Try to make this a 9-point game. Now in shouting distance, trying to make it a 2-score game here. And now they'll move up, so they'll get 2 from the 1. False start on the defense, so it'll be a 2-point conversion now from the 5. And we'll take a look again at this Rare Breed defense. We'll take a look at the scoring play one more time. So Goodrich as the eligible receiver.
And I can tell you what a Rare Breed was thinking. It's Corey. Let's put the pressure on him. Let's, make him throw a bad ball. But Corey had that in check. That's a check.
And then just all of that rushing, just creating, and the moon ball thrown up, and that will be out of reach of Liberty. And it might be another flag, and this one might be brought back. We're hoping to get confirmation from the officials. And it'll be no flag on the play. And no conversion. That one will not count. We're going to take a brief timeout here and see if the Old Bridge Hawks defense can hold the line. Can they stop the Rare Breed from scoring? We find out on the other side of this. It's the A7FL on Stadium. No need for a vibe check here. Your score as we head into the latter portion of the fourth quarter. It's 33-12. The Baltimore Rare Breed with the lead. This is the A7FL live on Stadium. I'm Matt Ryan, joined by Big Rob Fabian. And speaking of vibe, the Santa Monica Vibe currently leading the Las Vegas Insomniacs at the half, but we keep rolling on here in Asbury. The ball bounces, and that's Marcellus Pack Money Pack. Pack Money already with a 3-on-1 return for a touchdown today. Trying to get around one defender. Cuts through, drives through another, but can't get going. Gets caught by the turf monster, and a little help from the Old Bridge Hawks defense, but a good starting point for the Rare Breed at the 30.
Very good. That's good contained by their special teams. Again, you let Pack Money get going, you're in trouble. So
we'll take a look here at the replay. If he would have kept going in that line, do you think he would have been able to break through, or would he have been stuck to the side?
Because I can't see where that guy was, I'm not too sure what he saw, but number 11 is the key to actually scoring on this special teams team here. If you can get number 11 overreaching or overstepping, it's over. It's 6.
And it will be 1st and 10. That tackle helped by, that's Al-Hassan Fofana, a.k.a. Toto. And it will be 1st and 10, the handoff. And immediately stopped, and his bell gets rung. And that's number 28 on the rush. That is Mook Thomas. He'll get stopped at the line. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Feel that tomorrow. He's definitely going to feel that tomorrow.
And let's see again here. Thomas trying to cut upfield. Met immediately by Big Angry and another defender. That's number 26. Big stop there. I believe that, pardon me, John 25, that's John Lauro, who's been handling throw-off duty for the Hawks today. Manziel in. Manziel throws this one deep, but it will not get the distance. Just a bit outside, and it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 9. What do you think of that play there, Rob? Manziel not had time.
They're having fun at this point. Yeah, Manziel's just trying to have fun at this point. There's no sense of urgency anymore. Look at the time. Look at the score. Like now.
So he's playing U football.
Yeah.
Playing some Patterson football.
I'm not saying
playing
that.
some Patterson ball.
You won't get me saying that on the show. No way. No way. Patterson football is on a different level. I have to say that, but. Yes, Patterson football, there's a lot of fun to be had over there. So Manziel's probably taking a page out of their book, drawing up some fun stuff he wants to try just to see what they can do.
3rd and 9, 2:52 left to play. In trouble, Manziel on his bicycle. You don't want to get him out of the pocket. It'll be a 1st down and more. And that one, I think, a defensive breakdown. Great run by Manziel. Manziel's like, y'all should know by now.
Come on, I'm hitting you guys with the same hezzy. Everyone's getting caught with that same in and out hezzy.
And I would contain at this point. We'll see it here on the replay.
Cedric, too much. You're too much.
Coming in too fast.
Too
Big
much.
angry Lauro not able to cut in.
Excuse me. And then hezzy, the same one. Great pursuit by number 25, right?
And
Great pursuit.
John Lauro.
Yeah, he's really showing that he should be playing defense for this team.
And it'll be 1st and 10. And we're about to head into the 2-minute warning. And that will be a 2-minute warning with only 2 minutes remaining. Can the Old Bridge Hawks get a stop, or are we rolling into the Baltimore Rare Breed, becoming their first victory in A7FL history? Are they going to cross that Rubicon? We'll find out in just about 30 seconds' time. We'll be back with more right here. It's the A7FL live on Stadium. All right, with under 2 minutes left to go, your score 33-12. The Baltimore Rare Breed on top of the Old Bridge Hawks. At the end of this one, in the postgame show, we'll break down the scores across the A7FL, bring you highlights, stats, and a whole lot more. Me and Big Rob Fabian will preview next week's game between the BIC and the Patterson U, the rematch for the 2021 title, and a whole lot more. That's on the other side of this 2 minutes in our postgame show. It'll be 1st and 10 after the 2-minute warning. And the snap, and OG Buck back in the game. OG Buck throws this one up.
Ladies and gentlemen, OG Buck is just too good right now. I'm sorry.
I thought you were about to say, ladies and gentlemen, touchdown number 5.
Listen, is that touchdown number 5?
I think so.
Did he cross the plane?
He did. He crossed the plane. That
this
one.
This is ridiculous, man.
Lighting the lamp touchdown. That's Marlon Anderson, a.k.a. Tony Toe Tap. First time we call his name today.
All day. I missed him.
And we take a look again on the replay. Just wide open.
Come on, man. OG Buck is just doing what OG Buck does. I'm not surprised. I'm honestly not surprised. He's one of the better quarterbacks in this league. I know he's a little boisterous. I know he's a little loud, so they might not give him his just due. I always give him his just due. He's one of my favorites.
And what could be a template for the season for both of these teams? Gotta wonder how right now the question for the Old Bridge Hawks is, how do you end this game and how do you head into next week with your head held high?
I mean, you have to try to look at some of you got to take every positive thing that happened in this game and move forward with it. We got to slow down with the quarterback play. We know who got us the points. We don't even have to say it. We know who got us the points. Let's start that way. And then put in bigger in situations where we need the run or where we can get a little dump off pass. But
Manziel in trouble, throws it to the big man.
Cedric, you tried it.
Attempting the tackle.
Cedric, you tried it.
On 74.
My goodness.
Learning a lesson about gravity the hard way.
The hard way. Even the refs laughing. We just bounced right off him. But again, here it comes, right?
Here comes the pressure. Gets this one
almost
off.
one-handed it. Look at the almost catch.
Yeah.
Wow. Excuse me, Cedric. Have a seat. He's like, oh, man, it's a big boy. But again, take the quarterback play from Corey, start the game that way next week. It's a beautiful rainbow.
A rainbow coming over. That's
beautiful.
Beautiful shot here of a beautiful day. That it's turned into a beautiful day here in Asbury Park. It's not beautiful if you're a fan of the Old Bridge Hawks. Certainly not beautiful if you're a fan of the Baltimore Gators, who fell in our first game. And the score, 38-12. Baltimore leading after the touchdown. And this one will be brought upfield by Sherrod Cervantes.
Oh, my guy, Rec Ratty.
Rec Ratty!
Oh
my God!
Living up to his first name, Rec. My goodness. Rec is another one of my favorite players, secretly.
Score 38-12. Minute 44 left to play in this one. And one great thing about the A7FL, even if these games end up a little one-sided, there are always new highlights, always new moments. Teams can always learn. There's always next week in the A7FL. Score 38-12, minute 44.
That's a statement. And that's like you said earlier. There are a lot of positives to take from the game, like still playing tough, still like showing some grit. You get what I'm saying? Go into next week with that same grit, that same energy with Corey Hammond starting.
Yeah, they got to keep that energy, keep that momentum going. And we take a look here with 1:44 left to play. 38-12, your score here with 1:44 left to play. Snap, not a lot of time. Throwing this one off. That's to Mike Liberty. Liberty cutting upfield. Mike Liberty! Michael Liberty! Go, Rumble, young man, Rumble protecting the ball with 91 seconds left to play.
Keeping your playmakers in the game.
The score may read 38-12, but that was a highlight right there.
Right. Corey's keeping the exciting players in the game.
Well, let's take a look again at this replay.
Off the line with the move. Okay, right back at it. Let's see, Corey, what you got?
And the throw to Mamba Stacks, pardon me, the correct score, 39-12. And now with exactly 1 minute to play, we'll take a look at this play again on replay.
Look at Liberty off the line, cooked him. Coming back, excuse me, sir. And right here, you think this is where you get him with 3 guys, dead to rights, but no.
How is he able to stop like that on a dime and get the 3 tacklers to collapse on themselves?
He changes his levels so quick. He's already short, and then he's quick, but then he changes his levels. He's high, then you go to reach for him. He gets low and gets right under everybody. Those are 3 guys. It's a sure tackle in your mind, anyway.
1:06 remain. The snap, play action. Hammond rolls out to his right. Corey Hammond will throw this one, and that one will go out of play, and it will be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
And again, that'll be Corey's only thing that they'll say is bad about Corey. He can't run the ball. He can't. His play action, his rollouts, he's a little slower than Bigger. But again, you got to give something up.
48 seconds left to go, and it's about balancing the offense.
100%.
If you're too set in one way, you can't open up your offense.
Not at all. And as you can see, with Rare Breed, they were not set in anything. They started off big boy, but they will throw it over your head. And OG Buck.
39-12, 3rd and 10. Clock set at 28 seconds. Clock reset back to 1 minute, 60 seconds left to go in this one. And stacking the box with 5. Set up 3 wide receivers set. Now it's Mamba Stacks and Mayweather. The screen in trouble. Corey Hammond on one. Wreck Ratty driving through. And this is still a very good drive. That one whistled dead.
It's dead. Again, I'm a huge fan of tough, hard-nosed football players. Wreck Ratty's one of those guys. Corey's one of those guys. And you see the magic Mike Liberty could do once you put the ball in his hands.
Timeout, Old Bridge. That's their first charge. Timeout. We'll take a brief timeout on our own. Will Old Bridge find a way into the end zone? We'll find out on the other side of this one. It's 39-12, Baltimore leading here live on Stadium. 43 seconds left to go in this one. Corey Hammond after the timeout in the shotgun set. Matt Ryan joined by Big Rob Fabian. The snap. Not a lot of time. Over the middle. That one knocked up and out.
That's great defense. That's great defense. And by a team that could be giving up right now with the time and the score, and they're actually still out there playing. Rare Breed, again, after today, it might be in the talks of being the #1 team in Baltimore, and they definitely showed it because the Hawks are not a pushover team.
No. They walked into the Hawks' home turf and set up an amazing game plan. They played within, everybody knew it was going to rain today.
Right.
We all knew the weather forecast was going to be a bit sloppy, and they leaned into that and come out of here today with the victory, coming into week 3 with a huge opportunity to keep 100%. That momentum going. 40 seconds left to go, and it will be 4th down. Setting up now in the shotgun. The snap, and Hammond taken down hard. And Corey Hammond not happy about that, but a big sack there.
Definitely a big miscommunication just now. I don't know if everybody was on the same page when that happened.
Mr. Beefy hitting the hammer and it will be 1st and 10.
Mr. Beefy hitting the hammer.
And we will talk about some of the 30 seconds left to go. And you just see Corey get taken down there, doing the defender doing a barrel roll.
Like, ugh.
Hitting him with that Star Fox 64.
These guys really smell blood in the water, and they're going for it. And they still have OG Buck out there right now.
Yeah.
He's still out there.
And we'll take a look around the A7FL in just a few moments' time. First and 10. And it will, and this is exactly what the rare breed will need. The sap trying to find something, throws this one, almost caught.
Almost, he tried to be pretty with it.
And next week, the rare breed go back to Baltimore. They will be taking on the Baltimore Hit Squad at 4 o'clock next week, but in 3 weeks. On April 24th, they're facing off against the Patterson U. That's going to be a big showdown. Excited to see that one. And we see Corey Hammond here.
The line just let those two guys in as if they didn't like it. It was just like they were point shaving or something. Like, hey, go get him. Like, what?
Obviously, we're joking here.
Yeah, of course. But it's like, what was the miscommunication here?
There was a complete breakdown there.
Yeah.
And let's take a look. Raheem Chaney, 6 for 17, 218 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Listen.
Under 50% completion, but 218 yards passing on under 20 attempts. And he might, he's going to add a few more to it. Off out of the reach.
Almost. That's packed, too.
20 seconds left in this one after the incompletion. It is a tough day for the Old Bridge Hawks. A lot of lessons to be learned, a lot of things they can glean from this, but not necessarily what they would have liked walking out of this one today.
There's 100% a lot of things they can write down on their board and just put up and just know which players are good for what positions. And because this is the test. Last week, I know it was a tough one for them, but again, it wasn't a real game. I don't think Corey played, did he?
No.
Corey didn't play.
But he played a drive. He played one drive, gave up 1 interception.
And then they took him out.
Yeah.
They need to stick with Corey.
We'll see what happens for the Hawks next week. 20 seconds left to go. And the quarterback.
I like this matchup.
Birdie playing secondary. The throw from OG Buck off the screen. Cuts upfield, and he'll go down with 15 seconds.
Pack?
That's a fun one.
That's a fun one. Look, Birdie. Yeah, talk to him.
And
Birdie versus Pack.
And the next couple of weeks for the Hawks, next week they play the East Orange Renegades. Opportunity for a bounce-back win, but from the frying pan into the fire. On May 1st, they'll be taking on the Baltimore Gators. And that one out of the hands at number 11, Marlon Anderson, Tony Totap. The second time we see a ball thrown to him. And this one is all over here from Asbury Park, the Baltimore Rare Breed, walking out with the first win in team history, and doing so with style, with pizzazz, and with impunity, taking out 39-12, defeating the Old Bridge Hawks. And a sign of respect here. That's the great thing about the A7FL. It's that brotherhood, that camaraderie, that sportsmanship. And we will bring you highlights. We will bring you stats. We will bring you an A7FL tasting menu in our post-game show, and we will preview, and we will go with the score. We will give you the A7FL scoreboard, and we will bring you all of that in just a few moments' time. But right here, a great day for the Baltimore Rare Breed. Your thoughts on this game, and your thoughts on what the Baltimore Rare Breed might be able to do this season in the A7.
The Baltimore Rare Breed are my unofficial #1 team in Baltimore. I just think they're too stacked. There's too many power hitters over there, too many great offensive pieces. I do think they can go, depending on who's on their schedule, I think they can make a great contention for the #1 team in Baltimore. They can give a lot of New Jersey teams problems. I mean, BIC did go down there, first game of the season, first time they're gelling, things like that. They just got to get it together. But from what I saw today, if this is the future for them, they look really good. because the Hawks are not a bad team. The Hawks are not a pushover team. I know the score looks a little crazy, but the Hawks are not a bad team at all.
And the Hawks played some great football on some points today. I think the biggest issue for them was communication breakdown and level of consistency. They weren't able to get into a rhythm. I think the rain really created a problem for them in being able to create a comfort level for Gerald Llewellyn. He wasn't the same quarterback that he was into. He wasn't able to make any of that happen. And it cost him and it cost the Hawks today. And I think it created more of a quarterback controversy for this team than they would have wanted.
And that's unfortunate because now when you're looking at, hey, 2 scores, who did it? Corey Hammond.
And we'll figure out how we got those 2 scores, and we'll break down and show you those scores when we return here at Asbury Park from the broadcast position. That's Big Rob Fabian. I'm Matt Ryan. We'll be bringing you the A7FL post-game show on the other side of this break. 2 minutes left to play. Your score, 39-12, Baltimore Rare Breed. You're looking at the A7FL live from Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Let's break down our game stats from this afternoon in terms of yardage. Every single aspect of this was dominated by the Baltimore Rare Breed. 157 yards on the ground, 117 yards for the Hawks, 223 passing yards for Rakeem Chaney and Lenny Manziel today, 101 yards for Corey Hammond and Gerald Llewellyn combined, and just 380 total yards to 218. That tells the story. And also what tells the story, 2 turnovers given up by the Hawks. Big plays.
Quick scores, big plays, not enough passing yards, not enough rushing.
And we take a look at some of the highlights from this game. You see Lenny Manziel, the second option for this team at quarterback, but a guy who every time he steps on the field, he's a threat. He doesn't act like a QB2. He is a QB1 whenever he steps on the field. But speaking of QB1s, Rakeem Chaney throwing it right into the pocket.
Buck, man.
To Tony toe tap to end this one, going stride for stride with the official on that play. And then the only kick you'll see here in the A7FL.
And then my boy Rec Ratty with the cram puts his shoulder down and says, I don't care about the score. Look at him.
He took that man's hat off.
100%.
He works for the Acme Hat Removal Agency.
And Mike Liberty
driving in there.
Sirs, 3 guys.
Had a good half. A great half by Mike Liberty. At certain points, you saw the Hawks as a playoff and championship contender in this game.
Yeah, they had a lot of sparks.
There's that screen from Corey Hammond. You see it, that
there,
throw.
Rec Ratty with another good catch, good possession by him. Got to get him more involved, to be honest.
And it's been an interesting day, to say the least, here in Asbury Park. We got caught in the rain, but Corey Hammond, you see here, getting caught by the defense.
And that's honestly the story of the game. It's that front 4 doing what they want.
And you see a run here. Omari Thomas had a game, too. Another touchdown for him. But I can't enough about Rakeem, the OG Buck.
I can't. I have to stop talking about OG Buck. I just have to stop. Too many highlights, too many great plays. It's just too much right now.
And you see here another
great play
one
calling.
Omari Thomas
Couldn't
doing
be
the
denied
barrel
today.
roll right in there. A great day for him. A great day for this Rare Breed team after falling to the BIC. Starting with some great momentum last week. Weren't able to keep it going, and you talk about momentum. Mike Liberty was the driving force of this offense today.
With guys like Wolverine ready to meet him at the hole. I didn't see too many people getting good blocks on this guy either. Ricardo Freeman was really a man on a mission. Take a look at him right there. No one touched him. No one. He's running free.
And that cuts.
He's running free. If
they had one more, and I don't mean to cut you off, but if they had one more young offensive lineman, I think the pace of this game is completely
very different.
And that's not a knock on Big Angry or Bobby Newman, anybody on that line.
Not at all.
Tremendous athletes, but the pace of this Baltimore Rare Breed team, they're young, they're fast, they're explosive. You just saw on that play how they came off the line and and I think, a 4-man line would probably save them a lot here.
A lot. And you got guys like Big Angry who's playing both sides of the ball. That's very taxing after a while. Look at that. That's great footwork by OG Buck. But those guys are playing both sides of the ball, and as a guy who used to play in this league just last year, I can tell you I stopped doing that about 6-7 years ago. Playing both sides of the ball is ridiculous. It's absurd.
And we see a few more highlights here, Charles. And there's the big one. That one, I think, iced this game.
Yeah, Mayweather was a turnover machine this game.
Gave up 2 key turnovers. And then you see Omari Thomas again.
Olay with a great tackle. Mikey McGee with the help. Big Angry just getting pushed out of the way. Again, that's a key player for them. If he's iced out, there's not much they can do. There's not a lot of things they can get going on. Again, Big Angry. Great tackle by Cedric. Great.
And this is going to be, and this is when it was pouring out here, and Lenny Manziel looking to pour on the points.
Yeah, don't adjust your screen. This is the same game. Just to be clear.
A tale of 2 halves, a tale of 4 quarters, to be completely honest with you. The third quarter, we thought the Hawks would be getting back in this one. It was 12-6, and then it really wasn't.
Right. Really quick, too. Within 5 minutes.
And there's that handoff to Liberty.
Such an explosive football player. But again, Ricardo Freeman untouched, unblocked. Just doing what he wants out there on the field. Again, unblocked.
And there's
clean
Ricardo,
tackle.
the Wolverine,
again,
Ricardo Freeman.
You have to get a hand on that young man, or else he will cause nothing but trouble for you.
Knocking mouthpieces out, too. You saw that one there, and you see Liberty, just a beautiful run there, cutting right down the sideline, found the opening, found the seam.
Once you think you got him, and he slips right out. Should have just kept going.
An early play of the year candidate there, and then you see Gerald Llewellyn
doing what he does best.
Creating opportunities, and this one, Bobby Newman.
Doing
This
what he
one
does best.
might be play of the game candidate if the Hawks walk out with the win here today. And getting that ball down to the 5, setting up Corey Hammond with that touchdown. And you see there that beautiful rainbow throw to Mike Liberty. And as a rainbow came over Asbury Park.
And then again,
the bobble.
Pack just told him to pack it up.
Yep.
That's it, man. That was it. That's it. It's a foot race here. You're not beating Pack in a foot race, man.
To quote Chuck D, shut him down, shut him down.
That's it.
And that one tells the story of this game. And then another throw. Lenny Manziel throw. That play is just, that's some habitual line stepping by Leon Anderson.
Mayweather with the Danny Phantom fumble. Oh man.
And if you're Willie Mayweather, how do you answer back?
You go back next week and you play your game. You play the game that people know you for, and don't let it deter you from what happened. We are football players. We've been here before. We've had bad games. We've lost. We've won. Wipe that game away and come back full tilt.
And that's the joy and the sadness, like it's the agony and the ecstasy of professional football, because you're making somebody else feel that way too. It's not a one-way street.
It's not one-sided at all, no.
And there's the Khalil Green we've wanted to see all season
long. I missed
long.
that guy, man. I missed him.
And hopefully we'll see more out of him this season. And then Money Mayweather.
We just have to see him be the Mayweather we thought he was. And again, Ricardo Freeman throwing grown men around.
And this is the run that defined the rest of the game, the last
Poor blocking,
chance.
and Ricardo Freeman scot-free as usual. If you can't, and look how he tackles him. Perfect tackle to bring him backwards, not letting them lunge forward for those extra 2 yards that they needed. That's a smart play. That's a smart player.
And the Hawks will look to rebound next week, and the Rare Breed will look to keep this one rolling. But next week, we return here to Asbury Park Stadium in Asbury Park, New Jersey, with a showdown, a rematch of the 2021 championship game as the Patterson U look to remain unbeaten and look to send the Trenton BIC to their first loss the same way they did during the regular season and in the A7FL championship game. But until next time, for Big Rob Fabian, for all of us here, this has been a presentation of the American Sevens Football League. So long from Asbury Park.